What's the deal, my people? You know it is the Don, Tony, Teflon, usual suspects in the building. We got the one, the only, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Bridge Four is over there rocking with me right now. We're going to get this thing popping. And I know that I said that this is an episode 8 review. We'll go episode 8. But the fact that Bridge is now caught up, we can go through everything that he's thought about from episode 1, and we'll go through it. And we'll reach episode 8 eventually and stuff. And and we'll let y'all dictate where we go and stuff with your comments and everything else in the building and all that. Bridge, how are you, brother?
I'm doing well. How are you, man? Valar Morghulis. Ooh, actually, you know what's really funny? I was getting gas. Actually, no, this is wild. So it was last Wednesday. I watched the 5 episodes. I marathoned them, right? Right after it, I went out to the gas station. There's this dude, like a Turkish dude or something like that, like a heavy accent, right? Young guy. And on the back of my car, it says Valar Morghulis. I've got some Arya stickers on there, not today. So he mentioned Valar Morghulis or something like that. I mentioned Game of Thrones. I said Valar Morghulis to him, and he said Valar Dohaeris. Yo, you never get that because like the proper response, you say Valar Morghulis, you're a pretty big nerd if you even know what Valar Morghulis is. But for someone to respond with Valar Dohaeris, I was like, oh my man, like we instantly were best friends. It was good. That's the first time I think ever in life someone's responded with Valar Dohaeris.
Yeah, I remember one time I went in a place and I was in like a restaurant and we were in a restaurant and the guy was walking out. When he walked out, he just goes, "Winter is coming." I looked at him, I was like, "What?" I was like, "What was that? What'd you say, bro?"
That's great.
Yeah, it was it and everything else and all that good. What up to everybody who in the chat who is joining us? We appreciate you so much. Hit that thumbs up for your boys. You know how we do. All right, Bridge. Season 3 of this show?
Season 3.
All right. Overall, how do you feel about it compared to the other 2 seasons?
Yeah, season 1, it's been a long time. I know I thoroughly enjoyed season 1, but it is odd because they cram so much into it because you have the time skip, the aging up the actors. I thought they handled that really well. Like I was down with the older Rhaenyra, like in her first scene, but it's a strange season just because like you have that time jump and everything like that. Season 2, like I was entertained, but it really let me down because like I really wanted them to go either one episode further because you would have had parallel structure of Aegon taking the throne at the end of season 1, Rhaenyra taking it at the end of season 2. Or you could have gone two episodes further. What happened in 2? Oh, another parallel structure. Like she lost a son at the very end of season 1. She could have lost another son at the very end of season 2. And they sort of let us down with just where they left off season 2. So I guess like I can't remember how much I enjoyed it or not because that sort of leaves a weird taste in my mouth. I love the story, so I was down no matter what, knowing that the rest of the story is just craziness. I love this season, man. So the first 5 episodes, granted, I don't know how I would have interpreted them if I watched them one by one, but I marathoned them. And I was just like, I don't watch TV. This is the first show I've watched since like, I don't know, like Gilded Age, like a year or 2 ago. I don't watch TV. So I don't have much to compare it to on the one hand, but also like, it's hard for me to stay watching TV because all I want to do is play chess. And I watched all 5 episodes, loved it. This last episode, I don't know if it just wasn't as good or just because I wasn't in the whole like marathon and pumped up, that kind of thing. But it was fine. But it was sort of like, this last episode 6 was just like, meh. But I'm down for episode 7 and 8. I'm pumped.
Yeah. So like to me, it's like this last episode 8 and stuff like that. I thought was.
Wait, you keep saying 8, 6, right?
No, we're up to 8 episodes, right? No, 6. My bad.
Oh yeah, you said 8 earlier too, and I was like, maybe I'm not caught up.
Yeah, man. 8 is when it ends. I'm sorry. I must have. Maybe I put that in the thumbnail too and fucked up. I have to change.
Oh, you know what it is? Because normally like 10 episode seasons, you're thinking we're like 2 behind.
Yeah,
so 6 to 8 is the same as 8 to 10.
Episode 6, I will say, is the best beginning of an episode that they've done in this show history.
Remind me what happened.
So this is the Criston Cole opening.
And what did he do in the opening?
With Criston Cole, when he first roll up, and they walk into the town, and the town is looking like the people are dead. And
that was the first scene.
That's the first scene. That's how it starts, bro.
I remember that scene. I thought there's Criston Cole stuff at the very beginning, but I don't think that scene happened till like midway through the episode. I thought
no, that was in the first scene. That's how it started.
Was it really?
That from what I remember, that's what I'm forgetting. But I'm thinking that it starts that way, and then he gets wiped out, and then they go on from there for the rest of the episode, unless I'm bugging.
I don't remember. I do though remember thinking to myself, because I know what's gonna happen, right? But
Yeah.
imagine being a show watcher and like he's talking about how like I'm gonna die. I'm the best soldier. I'm the best. I don't know if he said soldier. I'm the best warrior in the realm, and I'm gonna die that way. So you're
Mhm.
thinking, right, he's gonna get into a fight maybe and die, or maybe he's not gonna die. Either way, the guy's gonna be a warrior, and he just gets like who's it? Black Alley? He's like, boo, boo,
Mhm.
boo. What? Like fans that didn't know the story, they were probably like, what?
Yeah.
Oh man.
But he did, but the thing was, they gave him his warrior part right in the beginning when he first started fighting and stuff. They had, because the way they did
Oh
it
yeah,
was,
yeah.
when we were introduced to him, with the ball and chain, right? And that's how we beat Damon up with that weapon. That's it. And we seen him get to use that right before he went out. He used the ball and chain again, and he was whipping people's ass and everything
Yeah,
else.
he's good.
All that, and they did their thing, and then all of a sudden, they for the light, they scream it, and then all of a sudden, it's just like it's over. Like you see him just surrounded, and it's like it's over. There's no coming back from this. There's no way that they can get out of it. He tries to say, "I'll fight both of you at the same time," and it reminds me of the scene, like Raiders of the Lost Ark. You remember that movie, right, Bridge?
Which one was that?
The first one. The
one of the last.
First one. The first Raiders of the Lost Ark. The first one. And when Harrison Ford's about to get into this fight with this guy, and the guy's got the sword and swings the sword all around. He's doing all that, and then Harrison Ford disposes his gun out and shoots him and turns around.
Yep.
That's what it felt like to me with him when he's saying all that shit. It's like, man, stop this nonsense.
Yeah.
All right. You got no armor on. You're walking around here in just fucking clothes, man. Just take and take it and die, and that's it. And then obviously the butcher's ball. It obviously I know it's called the butcher's ball and everything else, and it was definitely a butchery. But what do you have? What do you have? Like 20 men? They could at least gave it like 100, and then it would still been a better butcher if it was like 100. But 20 men, come on, man.
I guess that's just like what the production cost or something. Because I take this with a grain of salt because I haven't read the story in a little bit, but my like recollection of it is like he's got an army still, and his army just gets crushed and beat. You know what I mean? But like he's out there just with, like a group of friends at that point, like 20 guys,
20 people just walking around, and while they're up there walking around and stuff, they get surrounded by like 1,000, 2,000 people.
Yeah,
like it's not close. Like it's nowhere around. You know what I mean, and everything else. And listen, Kristen Cole's been a very interesting character since season 1. We all knew if you read the books that this was going to happen to him and he was going to go out and stuff like that. How do you like his whole character from season 1 to his death, whole progression? How do you like the way it was portrayed?
I mean, when I see that actor, I think Kristen Cole now. So like, I think he performed it as best he could for what he was given. As far as like Kristen Cole's art, yeah, I liked it. Again, I always go back to like I was most easily amused in high school. Like I'm not going to pick it apart. Like he did his role pretty well. To me, I mentioned in the last stream, I just love that scene on the boat with him. Like that facial expression. That's when he truly won me over as an actor. I was like, yo, this guy is intense. Like I mean, he was heartbroken or whatever, but it was so good. And he's just acting, but I believed it, even though I know the story. I guess it's weird though. Like he's not that big a guy. I don't know if they ever describe how big he is in the books, but I did always picture him being a bigger, like even in this where he says, when he said, I'm the greatest warrior in the realms. At first I was like, come on, bro. Like, come on. And then I realized I'm like, well, he did beat Damon in the duel. Like I was like, maybe he's the greatest warrior at this time.
And he's using like the ball and chain. It's a very hard weapon to wield, right? To use that as your primary weapon. And we've seen him using it against people with swords and this stuff and everything else. And he was just bashing people's skull until it got stuck in the guy's skull. And that was the end of it. He couldn't use it anymore. But I think that's what they did. They showed him that how great of a warrior he actually is.
Yeah, he really is.
You know what I mean? I don't know if we're ranking him in greatest fighters of Game of Thrones. I mean, Song of Ice and Fire history. I mean, do you think he makes the top 5?
It's weird because I forget. I think there was some. Yeah, so I'm going to go back to like an MTV interview that George did one time. They said like, who's the best ever? Is it Sir Barristan or Sir Arthur Dane? And he's like, I mean, these guys are not verbatim, but he's something along the lines of these guys are two of the best in the realm on any given day. Like, you know, a guy slips on a piece. Actually, no, it was Barristan in the Dance of Dragons, I think, mentions it to Danny. And he's like, you know, like a fight could come down to who slips on like a leaf or a piece of mud or something like that. Like, to me, I know everyone likes to think Arthur Dane's the best. To me, I'm like, there's levels. Dane, Barristan, Jamie, they're at that same level. Mm-hmm. And actually, let me just clear up before I continue on. So for people who are interested in what George R. R. Martin's answer was, he said that Arthur Dane would beat Barristan only because he's got Dawn, which is a special sword. He's like, if you gave Barristan a Valyrian steel sword, then I think he said it's a coin flip or a toss up or something like that, meaning they're about the same. And so it's weird. Your question, like, I almost don't like the answer to my question. It's going to be that Cole is in that top level of fighters, but I almost don't like that answer just because of what we're given with him. Like, we don't know him the way we know other characters. So as a person, it's hard for me to put him in that same league of these like legends in my head. But at the end of the day, like if I had to actually bet on it, I'm like, he is a top tier fighter. Like saying, I think Dame is a top tier fighter probably too.
And he's using, we've discussed this before, and I always say styles make fights. The weapon he's using, the ball and chain with the shield, is not like someone with a sword. It's a different style of weapon. So you have to fight somebody with that type of style. Now, like if he was fighting, let's just say Khal Drogo, right? And we've seen the way Khal Drogo moves around when they're swinging the sword. So you could see him doing the same moves versus that ball and chain until he gets inside of it and then just physically dominates him. You know what I mean? Robert Baratheon with the Warhammer and that chain would be a very interesting fight. You know, I would say, you know, I would Robert, Drogo. I'm not putting them in any order. I'm just listing five. Yeah. Robert, Drogo. Then you have to put, you know, the Sword of the Morning. Then Jaime Lannister. That's five right there, and that's not even adding Sir Barristan yet. So I would say he's maybe top 8. He's in the top 10 though. I give him the top 10 for greatest fighters of all time. In the Khal Drogo was not part of the realm, but in the show, I give him that he was there. He was good. Because I don't even put Daemon in that, you know.
Yeah, to be honest, I probably, as I said it, I'm like, I don't know if I like that.
No,
he's like the next level down.
Yeah, he's not on that. He's like Ned to me, Daemon.
You know, he's better than Ned, but I'm with you that he's not top tier.
Yeah, with the Valyrian steel sword. I mean, ice is unwieldy. Like that's not a sword you really can fight with ice. You know what I mean? This dude's got Dark Sister. He's got like basically a female blade. So obviously he, you know, and then people may say Jon Snow. I don't put Jon Snow up there either. Like I
got his butt kicked by Mance Rayder.
By everybody. Jon got beat by everyone. He couldn't beat fucking Carl Tanner with the little fucking knives, bro. He had to get saved from him.
So what I did like, what I liked what they did with Kristen is during the fight, like is it he always had a morning star? Is that what that is? Is that a mace? A morning star? That's a morning star?
Yeah.
So because sometimes I get morning star, and then there's another one that's like on a pole.
It's a flail, all right? A flail, a morning star.
Yeah.
But George in the books uses them interchangeably. So
does he? Okay.
Yeah. So either way, there is a flail is usually one with that's on the stick, but the way George uses them in the book, he calls it a flail, and it's the same thing.
So he what I liked about his fight, like you said, I forgot, he did kind of go out as a warrior. He was kicking butt there. He was using that. I think it got caught up on someone or something like that. He's choking someone. Quickly picks up next thing you know, he's got a sword in his hand. Then he went down to a knife. Like the dude showed, at least in the show version, that he's very versatile. He's not just actually, I think he trained with he was using a sword versus like Aemon and them training back in the day, season 1. So I do give him props to being a versatile fighter.
Yeah, no. How did you like the whole setup? What they had the warriors laying down there like they were dead and stuff, and then
yeah, I mean, like I just don't like to critique things. It is what it is, so I'll enjoy it for what it is. But my first instinct when that happened is like I always find those kind of things a little corny. Like, well, not corny. Like I'm sure it's happened in history. There've been fake like people dying and stuff like, or pretending you're dead and then you rise or whatever. But I pictured myself in the situation, right? there is no chance in hell I'm going to lay down, let someone walk over my body with the chance of them just wanting to stab a dead body. It's just not happening. It's not in my blood to do that. It's not the way I'm ever going to fight. So it's hard for me to envision this. Like, who would do that? Who would lay there and just let people walk over them with weapons? It's a weird way to, granted it. And another thing that once his army, like you said, it was so small, or his, whatever you want to call it, militia at that point. And then when the other team rolled up with 2,000 people, I'm like, why did you have this whole little ploy in the first place when you have 2,000 people? Like, you didn't need to do this. You know what I mean?
No. Yeah, it was no need to do it. You sacrificed people for no reason.
Yeah, right?
Like, you didn't really need to do it at all. So yeah, that doesn't make any sense in the word, but it's entertaining, right? So
exactly, that's what it is for a show.
It looks good, but does it make sense in the real world? No. Because no, people are going to go down there and do that. When you have that many out, you could have surrounded him in the trees. You could have surrounded him, and you need to lure him into that one spot. You have 2,000 people. All you do is rush him. There's nothing they can do. They're all going to go. You know what I mean? They're all going to go. There's no way around it and stuff. You're just going to overwhelm them with people no matter what. And that's just the way it would be and stuff. But, no, listen, the guy was a butt-hurt night. He let his emotional feelings get him all the way deep from the whole, Rhaenyra situation, turning him down, and then being with Alicent, and then falling in love with Alicent. You want to say he slept with 2 queens? There you go. That's a claim to fame for him. Or he got used by 2 queens, and he was the fuckboy for 2 queens. Whatever you want to say, you could say it's all valid to him and stuff like that. And him just holding her scarf in his hand and everything else and all that, like. No, I mean, I don't know. It's just, you think Alicent and him like she was in love with this dude, or you think she was just fucking him on the side?
Huh.
Like I didn't see any like she loved the dude. I didn't see that.
See, I'm a hopeless romantic, so like whenever I don't really get intimate with people unless I have feelings, and then once I'm intimate, I develop feelings even if I didn't initially. You know what I mean? So I mean, I think there was a love there, but like to say that they're like true love, no, I don't think so. Well, I mean, he seems to have loved her in a way.
Yeah.
Didn't he? That I think he wrapped around the pommel of it or on the handle of his sword. What was it? It was from her, right? It was like a high power or something.
Yeah, that was her thing that she gave to him and stuff.
Oh, she gave it to him. Yeah.
She gave it to him before he left and stuff, and he put it in this thing. Remember, Ormond caught it. No, it wasn't Ormond. It was the other guy caught it. Not Ormond, but
Otto?
The other one who's with Otto. Not Otto, the one who was with Ormond who caught the spies.
Oh, Gwaine.
He caught it.
Yeah. I like Gwaine, man. I like Gwaine. He's a good dude.
He is. Listen, I think he didn't show himself as much, but he grew on me. You know what I mean? Like, he's grown on me and stuff. And we talk about Gwaine and that whole situation and inside Tumbleton right now and everything. But he has grown on me. And listen, so I know Gwaine is gay in the books, correct?
I can't recall, but
I think he is. I think
is he actually?
Gay. Yeah, I think he is gay in the books. I think that's why he recognized the height of that soldier and what his hair was and everything else. I think that's why he realized, like, oh, this guy's got better looking hair and blah, blah, blah. I think that's why they did that in there and everything else. And that's why he was able to know that it was a spy and everything else and all that. You know what I mean? But, I like the scene. I like the way they did it. Listen, Rhaenyra took a shot, you know what I mean? To send some assassins in there to try to get him. But the fucked up dirty boots, this guy can't, he can't smell shit. He can't smell shit. He can't see blood. He can't, he's not built for this life. He's just a commander that commands from afar of the battlefield. And he can't even go in the battlefield after and look at everything. He's just got to be far. He's got to be the man in the high castle. And that's it. And just give the orders and call it a day. He can't even get in there. That's why I can't respect him, whatever his plan is that he's got in there, that he's saying that he's got this plan. Because I really think he put himself in a bad situation. And he says, listen, Rhaenyra's not going to do it because she's a woman, because if, and I know that if this was Tywin Lannister on the throne, they'd be dead. If he had dragons, Tywin Lannister, it would have been all over already. Like,
it'd be done.
It's just been all over.
Tywin with dragons.
Yeah. Done deal. He's like, go burn them all. Burn everybody. Right?
Exactly.
Burn the whole fucking town down to the fucking ground, man. And that's they want to hide in there to shoot everyone to the ground. Everyone and all the innocents. So what? It's done. They'll get over it. Anybody rebel will kill them too. So,
yeah, exactly.
Anyone got bad feelings, they'll kill them too. How do you like the hidden spies in the town plot?
It threw me for a loop. I was expecting, because the episode was called like Faceless Men or something.
Yeah.
So then I was like, after it went down, I was like, wait, were they supposed to be faceless men? They're pretty weak faceless men, if that's but then they weren't. There was no indication. But I think maybe that was just a nod to Hitmen. Is that what the title was, or did I miss something with faceless men?
No, I mean, when I look at faceless men, I mean, I guess it could just be anybody, but there's isn't there a word that they use? What does George call the people like that, like broken soldiers or something? He says in the books about people like that are like cast off and everything. I mean,
broken men?
It's not broken men. It's like something like when they leave the army and they just start raiding shit and everything else. George has a word for those ruffians. If we call them like that. Yeah, he has a word for them guys. But I mean, listen, I guess you want to say that faceless men for the fact that it's just a rebellion in the town, like the last Harpies. That's what it is, basically.
Yeah,
the last Harpy situation that Daenerys had to deal with. That he's dealing with and everything else, and all. But what about the Gold Cloak stepping off and leaving him like that? How'd you feel about that? See?
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Going back, were we talking about the people killing the Gold Cloaks, or were we talking about the hitmen with Ormond?
The people right now we're on the people with the Gold Cloaks.
Oh, I thought we were talking about the Ormond scene that whole time. I thought you said Stormlanders or something like that.
We can talk about. Well, that's I think that's where they got the idea to do it, was from this happening to them.
Yeah. So it's interesting, like the killing the Gold Cloaks and stuff. Yeah, I think I like that subplot. Whereas the one with Ormond didn't really resonate with me at all. But killing the Gold Cloaks made a lot of sense. Like, they're creating ruckus in the city and they really did an effective job. The leader of the Gold Cloaks too. I don't know I think he spoke only that one time, which is at his very end. And I was already like down with that actor, his facial expressions or something like that, his delivery. Like, he had me. It sucks that we didn't get to hear more of him or learn more about him, but I mean, he did a great job. And even I liked how Daemon was talking to him, and you didn't know, like, the kill came from nowhere, so that was pretty vicious. Daemon, I don't like Daemon necessarily anymore. Daemon or Rhaenyra, they're all this punk nobility. I can't stand any of them.
I'll say, interrupt you, but I will say this. If I look at the show as a whole, it's had a very hard time making you care about any of these main characters.
Yeah.
Like, I don't give a fuck about any of them. Like there's no one there, the main characters. I mean, Corlys, I care about it. I cared about Corlys. I cared about his wife. You know what I mean? Like, I was sad. Mm-hmm. Like, I get more sad when the dragons die than the people.
Yeah. Phil was saying that when you went off stream last time.
Yeah, you know what I mean? That's how bad I think they've done dealing with making these people sympathetic in any way. And
to play devil's advocate. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. And
to play devil's advocate. Yeah, to play devil's advocate. Like, there's always been the people who are Team Green, Team Black, and whatnot. And I get it. When I was first reading the story, I was Team Black. But as the story progresses, I realized I'm Team Small Folk. I wasn't Team Green or Black. I think it's a really dumb Dance of the Dragons. Targaryen Civil War, these nobilities suck. But in the books, or in the book, the novella, and the show alike, there are characters that we feel for. They're just not. It's not Daemon, Rhaenyra, all those, like, the quote unquote main characters. It's Alan. You know what I mean? It's Baela. It's Rhaena. It's Daeron. Like, it's these second tier actors and not actors, but second tier characters. They're the ones that I actually care about. Like, we haven't seen Adam. Actually, we saw him a little bit. Like, I like Adam Velaryon. I like Adam and Alan. And Baela. Yeah, I like a lot of Helena. She's probably number one. I mean, they're doing her so well in the show.
They are. And they're setting up her big downfall. Like, you could see it. Like, you could see it the way they're breaking her. They're setting her up. They're setting her up for the big, because that's the only one because it's anyone else. Who else is gonna care for if they die? You know what I mean? She's the only one left. That if Aemon dies, do you care? No. Daemon dies, do you care? No. Rhaenyra, Aegon. If any of them die, do you care? No. No, you don't care. Only one you're gonna care about is Helena right now. Like, she's the only one that you would care, that makes an impact where some and she's too nice to survive. And if I'm not saying any book spoilers, but it's obvious that she's too nice to survive. And if anyone watched the show, you could easily see they're setting up the downfall for this chick. It's not going to end well for her, and everything else. Now they did move Alicent out of the castle and have her go looking for her son in Harrenhal, which is not in the books. That never happens in the books at all. These different characters from the books. Number one, she's an old lady in the books. You know what I mean? Now she's a young girl. Rhaenyra is like a fat hog in the books by now. Right? Right?
I would not, but yeah, I mean, that's just interesting wording.
I'm saying in the book, she's like a fat hog now. They say she used to be called the Realm's Delight, but she's now thickened. That's what he said over the child.
That's probably the word.
Yeah, he's thickened over the child at birth and everything else, and she's no longer the delight of the realm. She's not that anymore.
Yeah, I think it's a similar like Cersei. Cersei has a similar character arc with her. Like there were these beauties, and then as age and childbirth change them a little bit, and then it affects them. Well, it affects Cersei because that's part of her pride. I don't know if it actually affected Rhaenyra in the novel, at least. Like she just kind of like went with it. She was busy doing other things. She didn't seem to care.
Yeah,
who knows?
So Alicent goes. Let's go over here to this dude. So this dude's over here. He's with the witch. She pulls out the dragon eggs. She says, "I want to have your princes and raise these dragons right here with these eggs, and we could start a little up some power." How'd you like that whole situation? How you like the way they're playing her? Because she doesn't get a lot of run in the books too much. I mean, she does, but just them fleshing her out a little bit more.
Is it the same actress as season 1 and 2? Is it? Because she looks similar, but I didn't know if it was the exact same actress or just a similar. It's interesting. So first, let me just say I'm a little downhearted. What's the word? A little upset. So I went into the story. I think I actually made a video, and I can't remember all the details, but I did a bunch of research. And I basically came to the is she Melisandre, right? And I came to the conclusion that no, if I had to bet my life on it or any amount of money, I'd say no, she's not Melisandre. But as far as the novel is concerned, there was still the chance, and I really wanted her to be. I just think it'd be really fun. Now, the way the show's played out, I don't think there's any chance. She's not Melisandre, right? 100% no?
I wouldn't say so. Could they do it? Of course. They could, of course,
weird,
do it. Is Melisandre alive during this time? Yes, she is. She's 500 years old when Game of Thrones happens. So she's definitely alive during this time. Could they do it just to do it? 100% they could do it just to do it.
But they had the opportunity, but they've sort of lost it with this latest episode with like her motivations. It seems like she's from Harrenhal and she wants to like be fucking queen, excuse my language, queen of Harrenhal. Like, unless that's just some weird, I don't know what that dialogue would be about.
She's saying that this was the ancestral. She's like, this is the Targaryens' ancestral street. Like, when that happened? Like, I don't remember that ever in the books that the Targaryens held Harrenhal.
So she mentioned, I guess where the eggs came from. She said Rhaena. I'm assuming she's talking about Jaehaerys' older sister, Rhaena, who was Queen of the West. And I can't remember. I think I don't know if it's show only because I know she went out west. She was in the Westerlands. I can't recall if she was at Harrenhal during. She may have gone up to Harrenhal when Maegor the Cruel was running around doing his thing. But I don't know. I can't. As I heard her say that, but either way, one of the videos I've always wanted to do is that I do the life of videos, basically just summarizing the Rhaena, the character that they mentioned in that episode she's a badass. She's cool. I liked her, but I'm sorry, I forgot your question. I just got nerded out because you said Rhaena.
I was saying I don't remember the Targaryens ever using that as their suit at all. Like she claimed.
Rhaena might have been there, but actually, I think Rhaena was there for a little bit.
Yeah, non-fiction saying Rhaena lived in Harrenhal for a while, but living somewhere as your seat, like this is the seat of the Targaryens. That's never been the case. They have three places, right? They have three places. The Targaryens. They have King's Landing, Summerhall, and Dragonstone, right? Those are the seats of the Targaryens, correct? That I'm familiar with. That's
those are the big three.
Those are the ones that are their seats. You know what I mean? So people saying she looks like Morticia Adams. She does. It definitely did that look with it and gave her the purple and everything else. It's funny, like when you see her in interviews with the purple is so bright, but they muted it down so much in the post that I would have wished it would have been better if they did it brighter and stuff. But I would have thought this dude would have had some type of dream by now, or they would have did something, especially the way they did it with Damon. You know what I mean? Of him and everything else. That they would have did something with him with that. Like that's disappointing to me, and everything that they didn't do it. I really thought he was going to stab her, like when she pulled him in for the kiss. I thought he was.
Oh
just
yeah.
Yeah, I thought he was going to stab her because
Wow.
he's a bastard. He's just a bastard.
Oh man.
He's just a bastard.
I think that and it went over my head, but you're right. There probably should have been suspense in my head.
Yeah, I thought he was just gonna pull and stab her right in the gut, and then that would just be it. You know what I mean? And everything. But now they got her mother coming down. Again, this doesn't happen in the books at all. I think they're just trying to give her something to do, the actress, by making her go down there. I just think that they're really just trying to give her something to do because there's really nothing that she does in the books at all. She's just really sitting there.
Yeah, but it's weird though. Like, man, Rhaenyra's dark. So like, Allison's really grown on me this season. Like, she's better. She's trying to just solve the realm at her own expense, at her own family's expense. But come on, you know
but Bridge, she started this shit.
No, I agree.
It's so easy. We cannot forget her dragging Rhaenyra as soon as she gave birth to her to see the baby while she's still bleeding between her legs. And she forced Rhaenyra to come there and show her the proof of the baby. Let's not forget who this bitch was. Now, all of a sudden, she's not in no position of power. Now she was nice with friends, with this, with that, right? But that's not the same woman that tortured this chick when she was the fucking queen for no reason. She didn't have to do that shit. She did it for no reason.
No, I got you. But I did read one book on the Dalai Lama a long time ago. And I remember a line that stuck out to me. And I don't always follow it, but it's a strong line. It says like forgiveness is a strength, not a weakness. And so like I'd like to be strong enough to forgive people because change is a good thing. It changes. Here's another one of my favorite quotes ever. It's from Just a Word book. Change is not always growth, but growth is often rooted in change. So it's like if we don't forgive people and let them change and embrace the new version of them, then people have no incentive to change. You know what I mean? So she it wasn't just like Rhaenyra took over the city and then she started playing nice. She was trying to help Rhaenyra take the city. Like she, you know what I mean? I don't know. She's grown on me. I'm not saying she's a perfect woman.
I mean, she did when she knew it was over for her. Like all this change that's happened to her and this coming to light moment is when she realized that the kids she raises are pieces of shit. That's why. You know what I mean? You raise these pieces of shit, Aegon and Aemon. Like you raise these pieces of shit, these kids that one kid's trying to fuck you and everything else and all this. And you raise.
Yeah, I forgot. That was so weird.
That's why she's all of a sudden willing to kill these motherfuckers and everything else. Because she's like, well, if I got to save one, I just want to save Helena. Yeah. And let the rest go. You know what I mean? And she just look at. So I don't give her the fucking pass. I understand what you're saying about change and we need to accept people, but to me, it's what facilitates that change is also good. And it's not being facilitated in a good spot. It's coming because she has no choice. Because if her husband was still alive and she's still all that, she would have still been treating Rhaenyra like shit like she did. You know what I mean? I remember what she say to him about to her husband, oh, maybe you'll get one that looks like you one of these times. Right? Yeah, she's a bitch, man. Straight up. She's straight up. But they do try to make you feel, Helena, man. And when she says, why didn't you marry me off to one of the lords that nobody want me? Like, don't want me. Like, come on, man. That's just like it's you get to see it. You get to see how terrible. And that was one thing she was against. Would say Alice, or at least in the book, she was against the incest shit. Like she was not about that incest shit. She did not want to do anything like that. That whole incest. She was.
She's a Hightower. She's not a Targaryen.
Yeah, she was 100% against that, but she still allowed it to go down and everything else and everything.
But with that said, so even if you don't like her still, just on a human level,
I like the way she looks.
Yeah. Rhaenyra, though, so it's like she's okay with, and this has got to hurt her, even though her son's a creep and a weirdo and a shitty person, it's still her son, and she's willing for them to like go out and get him and probably kill him, right? But now Rhaenyra's trying to send her out as like the pawn to trick him. Like that's some twisted level stuff to expect out of anyone. You know what I mean? So, of a mother to her son.
Yeah, and Rhaenyra
dirty.
she wants Helena alone because she was told about. She's the only one. After all these seasons, Helena's been saying all this shit that's been coming true, and everything else has been going on. As soon as Rhaenyra heard that shit, she was like, she has dreams.
She's a
She has
dreamer.
dreams. Like, she's like, I know this is gonna sound crazy. She's like, she has dreams.
She dream.
Like, she was about it. Like, she's seen it. So now what you want to
You
do?
know?
You want to hear them dreams.
That went
She
over my
wanna-
head. I think you're right. Get her alone. That makes sense.
Yeah, because she want to hear those dreams. She want to know what's going, because she can get some type of upper hand on something from the dreams. You know what I mean? She gonna take it. She gonna take it all day. So she just want to get alone so she can take them dreams and everything else and get all that information and stuff. You know what I mean? That's the way she's trying to roll with it. But they finally showed her get cut by the Iron Throne. Finally, you know, she got cut as soon as she sat it in the books.
And she hit it like, oh shit! Did anyone else see
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, because in this one, Iron Throne, I don't know what's all part of this Iron Throne, but this is when her father got cut. That's when that disease started taking effect
Oh yeah, it's true.
and everything. Right after he got cut, all of a sudden it was a little cut, then it turned, then it basically half the fucking face fell off. You know, so I don't know what the hell is in that shit. They don't have Lysol or no bleach. They don't bleach the throne. But there's something in that thing. So so I'm sure that's what she's concerned about right now. Not that the throne spurned her, but in the books, everyone sees it, right? Like they all see, like she walks away, and then they see the blood, and then they say that the throne spurned her, right? I think that's the way it goes down.
The very first time she sat the throne, that happened, and I think it happened a few times after that. Like it kept happening.
If people say, was it leprosy? Does leprosy get caused by cuts on the throne? Because that's when he got it and everything else. She said she's gonna start peeling her, and her legs, her limbs are gonna fall off. She may wish that happens to her when it's all said and done. You know what else happened in this episode? I know we flew through a whole lot of this stuff, and we did it really fast. Again, if y'all in the chat wanna, steer us in any direction or anything like that, or you want us to talk about, please let us know. And everything else like that, you know what I mean? Let us know. He was saying it's a bacterial infection. I've never seen no bacterial infection take shape like that. Like to this guy, it made it. He had no cheek, like he had no cheek flesh. You could see right into his mouth. You know, there's a lot of infections in it. He's flesh eating.
Yeah, it was gross.
Yeah, it was definitely going on and everything else. Mad King played. Spoilers. Hugh the Hammer and his wife. All right, let's go to Hugh the Hammer and his wife. How did you like that, dealing with that whole situation with the Hugh the Hammer?
I have a lot of mixed emotions. First off, like again, when people, one of the most famous Game of Thrones questions is like, what house are you? And a lot of people say House Stark or House Lannister, Targaryen, blah blah. I'm always Team Free Folk. Again, I'm inclined to hate all nobility. I don't care if you're the Starks. Like F you. I don't like that whole concept. What was I going to say? Oh, so like Hugh the Hammer, like I'm down with Hugh the Hammer. I like him and what's the other guy?
Off the White.
Yeah, Off the White. It's like also weirdo. I wouldn't necessarily be friends with him, but I can enjoy a time at a bar with him. Like, yeah, he wanted to hang out with his boys. He bought round for his boys. Now, as far as Hugh is almost like at times he comes across like the soul of chivalry. Like his composure. He's a big dude. He's got a big dragon, and he's very composed. He's sort of breaking into this new role very well. And then these douchebags with the name Targaryen just keep belittling him. So it's like, I want to be on his side, and I pretty much am on his side. But then to get in the city to see his wife, he just knocks some guy out. Like, my man's got some mental issues. That's crazy. You can't just walk up and knock people out that you don't know. That's someone's son, someone's father, someone's husband. Like, what are you doing, Hugh? He wanted to see his wife, I guess.
Yeah.
But to really answer your question, so I love Hugh, actually, even though he does little stuff like that, which is really insane to me when you think about it. But that whole situation with the wife, oh man, like at first I was like, yo, what are you talking about? Like, he went and got a dragon, he's here for you now. But then she starts saying, she's like, that's a long road for a woman. He's like, did anything happen to you? Many things happened to me. And I'm like, oh damn, like that's not good.
Yeah. But does she I understand her pain, and I understand, listen, all this bad stuff happened to me on the road. Obviously, she's been taken advantage of multiple times while she was on the road. She blames him for that whole situation. She didn't have to go. She could have stayed in King's Landing and waited for him. Like a, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say like a wife's supposed to do, but she could. She chose to go here. She chose to get on that road with her family. And him saying, come with me, and she's like, I'm not leaving my family. Like, you gotta at this point, like, say it's time to bounce right now. Not because of the stuff he was promising her, like, oh, I got the dragon, I got this. It's not safe where you're at. Like, it's not gonna end well where you're at. Like, you can see it on the wall. You know what I mean? I don't know anybody who's in a situation like that. And I mean, I can't. What can I say? Let me think about it. Say it's a hostage situation, right? So let's just say on a smaller level, there's a bank situation going on, right?
Okay.
And people got you bagged up, and you in the bank, and the guys got you, and then your husband comes up in there, and he's like, "Come on, I'm going to sneak you out the back, but we got to go right now." And her brother and sisters like, I can't leave my brother and sister. I think people are leaving, man, at that hostage situation. I think people are going to get out. Because I think that's what they would want for you is to get out if you had a shot. I don't think you're going to stay in that bank. I don't think you're going to chill in that bank and say, I can't leave this bank and my family up in here. I got to stay with them. I don't think that's the way it would go. If it's your kid or something, I could see something like that happening. But for your brother and your sister, I think your brother and sister say, go while you have a chance. Get out of here. So I don't get that, why she would stay for those reasons, unless she just don't want to be with him. Like, I don't want to fuck with you no more. And I'm willing to
say, who are you? It was her last words to him.
Yeah, but what did he do? The dude went out there, he punched somebody in the face with some fucking carrots before. I mean, he did everything he could do to make it happen like that. You know what I mean? He tried to do shit for her, and now all of a sudden listen, I don't understand these women nowadays, man. She just put her ass in that dragon and go flying, and all of a sudden that shit will come back.
It's complicated though, because like on the one hand, God, things would be so much better for both of them if she had just like held in her pain, gone away with him, and then figured out the next step. They could get the brother out of there. You know what I mean? Like, or I guess he's dead. Wait, her brother was killed, right? That was her brother who was killed. But anyway, it's her sister-in-law or niece or whatever. Like, so the best situation would have been if she left with him and then they figured things out and she's got a lot of trauma. With that said, she's been through a lot, man. Like, to get the R word once is probably a lot. I don't know. I've never been. And to get it many times on the road there, like, she's got a lot going on in her head. She sees him. She has all these emotions going. So it's totally unideal for her to respond the way she did, but it's a human reaction that some humans are going to make, probably maybe many humans would make. And it just makes the whole situation really complicated for him, or for them both, especially with her like calling him out. There were guards there and he's now far away from his dragon. So it was like, God, it made me really uncomfortable because the situation could have been so much better if you just, let's get out of here and then talk. I mean, this is going to take months, years to get over, but let's talk. But nope, she went the difficult route, and I don't blame her for it. I mean, she's hurting.
She's hurt, but it's come to a point like you just saying, listen, baby, I'm sorry all that stuff happened to you, and I'm sorry that I wasn't there for you, but I'm here for you now, and you just come with me. We will make a way to come back and get them, but I need to get you out first, and then we will come back and get them, and we will discuss this whole thing and everything else, and we'll put them in the castle with us. I got a spot for us in the castle. We'll stick them in there. Don't worry about it. Something, you know what I mean? You got to do something, But now we have seen the setup for Off the White and this dude. And we got to remember, Hugh is, what is he? He is Rhaenyra's father's brother, all right? Hugh the Hammer.
Rhaenyra's father's brother?
Yeah, I mean, well, he is Jaehaerys's bastard.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. Is he?
Yes, that's his kid. He's Jaehaerys's bastard son.
I mean, that's a story.
I mean, that's what it's supposed to be, right? It's Jaehaerys.
Okay,
right?
fair enough. I guess
Jaehaerys?
it could be like I'm just inclined to I want there to be non-Targaryen, non-Valyrian blood dragon riders. So I'm like, unless it's proven, but I get what you're saying. Yes.
Yeah, they decided not to do that by getting rid of Nettles. You know,
Sorry, where were you going with that though?
but I was saying we see the end coming for with them, right? Because we
Wait
see,
a second. Take a step back. Is that what the season 1 or season 2? They said that he's one of Jaehaerys's bastards.
yeah, when they showed him
I don't
like
see. I do not believe. I don't buy it. I don't care if it's a show. I don't see him cheating on Good Queen Alysanne. I just don't see it.
let me look at the Hugh Hammer situation.
I don't think, like, in
we
my
got
head.
nonfiction is saying Hugh implied Sierra is his
Oh,
mother.
yeah. Okay, that's a different story.
All right.
Sarah, one of my
Yeah.
favorite Targaryens ever. She's awesome. She was also
Thank you,
promiscuous.
nonfiction.
She was promiscuous, so this is definitely a viable theory. Yeah, okay, fine. He's got Valyrian blood. I was gonna say, I'm like, I can't see Jaehaerys cheating on Good Queen Alysanne. No.
All right, so we got we figured that it's
Yo,
Sarah.
Sarah's awesome.
Sarah's his mom and stuff, and everything.
Okay, I buy it.
All right, so he has the Valyrian blood in him, and he's got the hair. You know what I mean? And Hugh Hammer is actually my if not my favorite character. Like my second, like the whole story. We're reading the books. I always like Hugh.
Oh,
you know
interesting.
I always liked you. Always liked you because he just got caught off guard. Let's say, but I liked you. I always liked you and everything. But off the white, listen, the guy wants to drink some beers with his friends, and I understand what he's saying. Listen, if you have a Lamborghini and you can't bring it to the bar that you used to take the bus to, with all those guys, what's the sense of having it if people can't see it? And I feel him on that. You know what I mean? And you can just see the way Damon treats him. That why would I want to fuck with you? And this is the problem that I have with the way, like, I understand you got to put your foot on people and you got to be above people and you got to do stuff like that, but you're not in the position to make it so people despise you in this, right? And I think that's what he does, Damon. Like, he's making this dude hate you. Like, you got to be like, come on, bro. I understand you want to get a fucking drink. Just go in there, get a fucking drink, and come back to the castle, all right? And stay.
Exactly.
Blah, blah. Call that. You ain't going to put him on the fucking floor and say, next time you come here, cut your tongue out, whatever the fuck he said to him. Because you're not in that position right now. You may be able to do that later on, but right now, you got to think this out. You need this dude's dragons. He has a fucking dragon, bro. You need him. Like, there's no way around that shit. You know what I mean? And this is why motherfuckers be turning cloaks on people when you treat people like shit. And then you get the whole realm treatment of it. All bastards can't be trusted. That's why that's the whole reason why people hate bastards, right? They say because bastards can't be trusted. But they don't give you the backstory of what happened to these bastards that made them go this route to where the people couldn't trust them. You know what I mean? And I like the fact that they're actually showing some of that right now inside of the show. That, like, it ain't just like it can't be trusted. You treat someone like shit, eventually they're going to flip on you, man. There's only so much motherfuckers can take, especially when you're driving a big-ass dragon. Like, was it the second biggest dragon out there right now he's got?
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, that's no joke right there. What are you doing? What are you doing?
He's got the Bronze Fury, man. I love it. I love that dragon. I wish it was a little bigger in the show, but it's a big boy. I'm okay with it.
Sorry, laughing. Sorry about that. Don't make me laugh in the chat, bro. Y'all gonna kill me. Not when I'm drinking, at least. Goddamn wolf spear. Leave me alone. Anyway, what are we talking about?
Oh, I've got something. Unless you don't want to tangent away from it.
Yeah. Did they kill Corlys? What do you think, Bridge?
I don't want to answer this question because
I
read the story.
I know. Well, it would be from what you've seen on the show. Let's not look at the story. Does it look like that they killed Corlys?
Corlys. I'm afraid to answer. Yeah, I'm afraid to answer, man, because I don't want to spoil anything for anybody.
All right, let me be
Yeah,
more
yes, I'm sorry.
tactful about it than if I can. I think that when they grabbed him up, they put the rope around his neck. It looked like the hand was moving towards the back, and they were stabbing him up. It did look like that, but it also easily could have been them just putting the knee on him to hog tie him with a rope. So I think they did it on purpose to make it look like he was dying. I can't see them killing that man and Kristen Cole in the same episode. It just wouldn't work. It'd be too much. And I just don't think they would do it. And I think he's more valuable as a hostage. Like that's a valuable target for them right there. More than if it would be a situation of him just being taken out. And so I just don't see it the way that they did it, that he would be taken out. If they did kill him, that would be a major shock to me. Major shock.
I can agree with that. I don't think he's dead. There's a chance. That specific scene is not in the books, and there's a chance he's dead. I'd be shocked if he's dead.
Yeah, because that's not the way it goes. I think that. So I doubt they're gonna do this in the show because it would have already happened and stuff. So I don't think they go that route. So I think they switched it, right? So in the books, which is not in the show, he gets locked up by Rhaenyra, right? Rhaenyra locks him in the black cells and stuff. That would have already happened. So I think that they switched it from Rhaenyra locking him up to Ormond locking him up, and he's going to get locked up because of that. So I think that's the way. That's why I think he's still alive. I don't think that's what they would do. You know what I mean? So that's why I think they're going with it, because he was supposed to get locked up by Rhaenyra and put in the black cells, and they didn't do that in the show. So I think they switched it, and they switched it with Ormond having him locked up there and everything else.
Yeah, I think it's similar to an Allison situation. I think they're trying to give him something to do right now. The show version. So hopefully he's alive. I do love him. He's one of the characters. I don't completely love him. Like Alan and Adam are my boys, but I do respect Corlys. Corlys is he's cool.
People asking, do you think Daron will kill Ormond eventually?
I'd love to see it. Now, one thing I will say though, going to that scene with the Stormlanders that came in to kill, what I did love about that scene is Gwaine saw it happening before it happened, made eye contact with Ormond's like right-hand man, and they both took a step back, and Ormond has no clue what's going on. Meanwhile, the two warriors who are observing saw the action before it went down, and I love that about them. Like I was like, yeah, that everything that was going down would have been way over my head. I'm way too gullible. I would have been Ormond in that situation, while the real guys are out there realizing what's about to happen.
Well, they set it up by Rhaenyra talking about the Baratheons and the Baratheons not showing up for her, and then saying that, oh, they're going to fight. Who's he going to fight? Who's he going to fight?
The Vulture King.
The Vulture King. He went out to fight the Vulture King. And then you see these Baratheons in there, and you're like, well, maybe they lied about the Vulture King, and they would just really come in to turn cloak, right? And go with the other side. And that's why he lied about the whole Vulture King situation. So that's the way it was set up for you to think that, oh, this fucking Baratheons are just turning cloak. There ain't no fucking Vulture King. But there really is a fucking Vulture King, right?
Yeah.
And Rhaenyra set this up trying to get in there to take this dude out and everything else. Whether Rhaenyra or Daemon or one of them, but one of them came up with the fucking idea to do it, to get these guys to try to take them out. Didn't work, but Gwaine, he definitely seen it, sorted out, and everything else. And I do believe that in the books, he's a gay man, and that is the reason why he was able to point out that the guys look so well and stuff. But I don't think that I don't know if they're going that way with it in the books, in the show, or anything like that, or even bringing it up at all in the show. But Orman, again, you just can't. It's just weird. Like the blood and guts is making him throw up and everything else, and he can't take this bad smell of anything. He's got to have the perfume up his nose all the fucking time. But it's just like he could dish out and tell you what to do to kill someone, cut the dick off, but he can't see it. He can't see it. But as for his nephew, or not his nephew, but do you think that he dies at his hands? I mean, they are trying to set it up. They almost try to set it up. I don't know. The way they said it was like almost like he was touching him or something. Like it seemed like a little weird the way they were saying, like, you don't know what he does to me. I don't think that's what it is, but it's kind of says something like that,
Yeah, I didn't interpret it that way. That would be interesting. I just interpret it as like, how he gets, like, Orman has temper control issues where he freaks out. I thought that's what he's related to. It might have gone over my head. Maybe there is some fondling going on. That would suck. Orman's an interesting character. Like, I don't know too much about him in the books. Maybe I'm mistaken, but like he just doesn't jump out to me as too human. He's just a named character that has events happen. In the show, the actor's killing it. Like every time I'm watching this, I hate the guy, but I'm invested in all the scenes he's in. Like he's great, the writing and then his performance. With that said, the whole smelling thing doesn't resonate with me, man. I don't have a sense of smell. So it's I don't know. It's just I find that little aspect of him to be weird, to be honest.
Yeah, he's definitely the villain, right? They definitely propped him up as the villain. Like they show him to be the villain. Everyone else they try to show, it's like this side could be right, this side has their points. When you look at Alicent, she has a point. You got Rhaenyra, she has a point. She got blah 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 blah. But they 100% put him out there that he's the villain of the season. Mm-hmm. Like he's the big bad. He's the villain. He's the one that has to be defeated and everything else and all that. When it's easily you could say that there is a villain for other people, like Rhaenyra is the villain. Yeah. In the end, should she have sat the Iron Throne? Is that what her father wanted? Yes. Mm-hmm. So if you just boil it back to that, then it's hard to see her as the villain because that's what her dad truly wanted and everything else. But in the end, you have to say, is it worth it for that? Like, is it really worth it? Like, you see where it's at. Is it worth it going through all this for that?
Of course not.
And everything, So is it worth the deaths of your sons and the death of all this and everything else? If you could take it all back and just say, you know what? Let this fucking little boy fucking rule. I just fucking chill on Dragonstone. I'm still living a good fucking life here.
Yes. But to play devil, I agree. On a human level and a mother level, yes. But at the same time, like, we don't live in a world of prophecy and stuff. If she truly believes that she needs to unify the realm, that she needs to be the one to unify the realm for this prophecy to save humankind, then it's like, I don't know. That's what she's toying with. And she seems to believe that.
Yeah, Damon brings it up to her, the prophecy. Now that's something that's not in the books too, right? They don't have any of that in the books that she's seen all this prophecy. So that's giving it a different spin than the books that she has. And they said that they try to bring up that Aegon had the same thing, and that's why we don't know that to be true. We didn't see any. There was nothing in the books that said that Rhaegar went there to do it. He just seemed like he went there to conquer. And that was it. There was no prophecy of White Walkers that we know of that made him go there to do that and everything else. But they are basically saying that this is what's driving her to do it, and everything. And Damon seen the White Walkers, right? Damon touched the tree and seen the White Walkers. And he's seen Blood Raven and he's seen all that stuff. So you would think that he would be the one really to believe it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you.
And everything else. She just heard about it, but she never seen it. They even seen the White Walkers in the army of the dead and everything else in this vision. He's the one.
But it does.
Go ahead.
No, but it does tie back to what you were saying earlier with Helena. This may give her more of the evidence she needs to be a further believer in it. Like right now, like you said, she's believing it on word. That's it. She hasn't had dreams. She hasn't had visions. But if she hears of Helena's visions, like Helena's not someone that's going to lie to her. So if Helena tells her visions that aligned with what her father's told her, then it's like there's no turning back. She's going to 100%. Like if she 99% believes it now, she'll be 100 once Helena says something. If
Yeah,
Helena
but
says
the
something.
whole thing is though the way George always says about these people is that every time they get the prophecy, they fuck it up and don't do it right. Like every time, it's not like one person got it, seen what it was, and actually understood what it was. Every time they hear it, they fuck up and they get it wrong.
I mean,
So
an argument could be made that Mad King Ares had visions, and that's why he went. Part of the reason he went crazy, burn them all. Like he's just getting real messed up with, or he could have just been being played by Bloodraven, trying to take over. Like, a lot of stuff could happen. But yeah, I mean, that's one of the best things about George's visions is that they're all metaphors. Like when the Ghost of High Heart tells Arya visions about she dreamed of a girl with serpents in her hair. That's actually an implication of Sansa having unknowingly having poison in her hair. That's the quote unquote serpents. And so all the visions in George R. R. Martin's works are metaphors. And I love that because someone like Melisandre, she has visions left and right, but you can't interpret them correctly because if you can, that mean you'd be able to change what happens. But like the past is written, the ink is dry. In a way, for like a bulk creature, the future is already written. The ink is dry. We just don't know what the future is. You know what I mean? So if you could actually interpret the visions and affect time, that would mess up the whole space time continuum. So I love the
one vision that was there. What was it of the stone? What was the stone wolf and the raven pecking at its chains? You know.
Which are we talking about? The original prose, A Song of Ice and Fire?
Yeah. Remember there was a vision in there, and it was like there was a wolf, and it was like was it made of stone, and had the bird that was pecking at the chain. The raven was pecking at the chain.
Is that Bran? Oh, so like that metaphor is like Bran getting free from Winterfell, escaping. Is that what you're referring to?
Yeah, I forgot the exact one. It's been so long since I've read them. But
I mean, like one of the ones I loved. I love his metaphors for visions. I love the one of they actually did tell him, but he didn't interpret it, and he had a chance to change it. They told Theon about the waters. Ooh, did you hear that?
Yeah, that's right.
Thunder. They told Theon about waters coming over the walls of Winterfell, and then I forget people are talking about it, and then they're like, "Come on, like we're at 300 leagues inland coast. There's no ocean coming over." Oh no, but I'm sorry, that was the warning. The ocean ended up being the Ironborn who came and took over Winterfell.
That's when Theon came in there and everything. Yeah. That was good. What are the ones that they have in there that we could think of? I'm trying to think of all. I've done so many videos on all these fucking all these visions before, and I should know them backwards and forth, but it's been so long and everything else. Jolin Reed had that vision. It was a Jolin Reed vision of the bird. The stone was a stone wolf getting with his chain getting pecked.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Allison Z said taking calls tonight. I could if people wanted to call in. I would take them. What is that? Thunder?
Thunder.
Yeah. I wish I get some thunder up here. I know it's
I love thunder, man.
I love watching thunder and lightning storms.
Yeah.
But when we deal with this chick, her visions are like spot on. You know, like with Aemon says like, I want to get a dragon. He's like, sure, you have to use an eye first. Like that's pretty spot on. Like, and she goes, the beast beneath the boards, and then the dragon comes up. Like, so her visions ain't really all dramatical. This is like right there.
So it's funny because like the beast beneath the boards, they obviously this isn't a spoiler as long as you've seen season 1. The whole blood and cheese thing. Like that, I thought Beast Beneath the Boards would have been him coming up through something like Tyrion came up when he kill Tywin. So I thought the Beast would have been that guy coming up like blood and cheese. But no, Beast Beneath the Boards was a little beast, Vermax.
Yeah. So that stuff, and
or not Vermax.
I would say it's not just a dreamer. I mean, like when you classify her as a dreamer, I don't know if that's classification of a dreamer. Unless she's seen these things before it happened, because she's like, I seen him in Harrenhal. I know he's in Harrenhal. Like, did she see him while he's in Harrenhal, or did she see him weeks before he got there that he would wind up there? Because the way it's interpreted to me is that she's seeing him while he was there, And if
Yeah, that's more of like a green seer.
yeah, that's more of a green seer situation that she's able to do that than a dreamer who just sees the future and stuff and all that. So she seems to have a different type of power than just a dreamer. In the end, there's no such thing as dreamers. There's none of that. It's just children of the forest and Bloodraven implanting them with memories in their head. That's what I've always seen. That's why I've said it from before. I don't believe any of that happened. I believe that it was the children of the last green seer who gave Danes the dreamer the dreams in order to move them the dragon stone, and then the children of the forest blew up blew up the volcanoes purposely so that they could get those dragons to come over and take over Harren before he destroyed the Isle of Faces. And that was the motivation for the whole thing.
So as far as the dreaming, I can't argue that. Like, but as far as the doom. So can I throw this out there? Just
of course,
you can layer it into your theory. So the doom, again, it's been a while, but the doom was prophesied to be caused by Lannister gold, I believe. And so I think the best theory I've ever heard is that the Lannisters basically probably paid a ton of gold to get their one Valyrian sword, which happens to be Bright War, which is pretty funny of George if this is true, because Bright War, volcanoes exploding, yada yada. But anyway, they get a Valyrian sword called Bright War, and obviously to get that, you had to pay a ton of money. In theory, that money was then used to pay Faceless Men to go down there and do some type of sabotage that ended up causing the doom. But in some way, shape, or form, Lannister gold is related to the doom, if we're to believe that line is true, which I think it is.
No, it sounds good. So I think it was the children. I think the children used the Hammers of Water spell in there and blew it up. And when you look and listen to the description of it, it's the same description as the Hammer of Waters and stuff. And they use that, which the Hammers of Water is nothing but an underwater earthquake, right? When you really look at it, that's all it is. And I think that's what happened, and that's what caused the whole shit. And I think the motivation, that's why they gave the dreams over there to get them off that thing, blow that shit up. And after they blew that shit up, they went over there and just to get Aegon to take care of this dude from Harren, because he was taking the woods from the weirwood trees off the Isle of Faces. They could not stop him. They needed something to stop him. And it just so happens that, as soon as he laid his last brick, oh, here comes Aegon. It just so happens he shows up that same exact day. I think this whole thing has been manipulated by the children of the forest, the last green seer, I would say. Because I don't believe like Bloodraven. There is no Bloodraven. Like the last green seer is named the last green seer because he's the last. Like that. It's not the second to last green seer. It's not the third to last green seer. He's called the last green seer. So therefore, he's the last one. And the only way for him to survive, I think, is that he lures people up there and then he skin changes into them and takes over their body. And he's still the last green seer, just in a different body. And I think that's what he's done to everyone he's lured. And Bloodraven was the last person he lured up there, and he took his body. And then the last person after that was now Bran, and he took his body. But I don't think that it's that person anymore. I still think it's the same person, the last green seer, just by skin changing into these people and living his life out through those bodies now. So I think, to me, like, Bran is dead. Like Bloodraven was dead. They were absorbed by the last green seer. So in Game of Thrones, when you see Bran sitting on the throne, it's really the children of the forest, the last green seer, who finally, after all this shit, they were able to take the throne themselves and sit the Iron Throne and control the realm. That's what I believe happened and stuff. That's the way I see it. I've always seen it that way. I've made 1,000 videos on that and everything else. But that's the way I see it when it's all said and done. Whether it's true or not, I guess we'll never find out because he's never going to write the books anyway.
We haven't talked at all about Aegon, King Aegon. He's actually, don't get me wrong, he is, what's the word he uses? Like, am I a terrible person? I agree, he is a terrible person, but he's kind of a terrible person that I've come to love.
You love him?
I kind of do. I don't know. like I love him as a character. Maybe I don't know
Uh-huh.
because he is a terrible person, but he's grown on me. Like the actor and just what he's been given and what he's doing with it. Like I have some
Mhm.
sympathy for him.
Yeah, again. I think you fell for it twice now, Bridge, and
Yeah,
it's such a good-natured heart. First with Alicent,
yeah.
and now with this dude. We can't forget about what he was before he
What he
was
still is. He's a
until
monster.
what he became. You know what I mean? And he is this way because of what he did before. So I don't feel like I think it just goes to raise it. It goes back to Otto. It all goes back to Otto and Allison because he didn't want that fucking throne. He said, "This is my sister's throne." Like he didn't want it. He
Yeah.
did not want it. He said, "This is my sister's throne. I don't want to do this." But then when he heard the cheer of the crowd, his dick got hard. And then all of a sudden he puts a sword up. He's like, "Oh shit, this is special." You know, and then he gets his court buddies and they're fucking whatever they want to fuck and they're hanging out. And he just got but he's a child. You know what I mean? He's a child. So when you put a child in position like that, this is what happens when you do these things. And they should have never put him in the position like that. Again, it's no different that what Otto did than what Ormond's trying to do. Trying to do the exact same thing. And Allison should have been the one to shut it down. But she let this guy convince her that if you don't shut it down, she's gonna come and kill your kids.
Yeah.
When Rhaenyra had no intention of killing them, but he put it in her head that they're gonna kill your kids if you don't do this.
Yeah, I didn't want to correct you. Like
And,
earlier in the stream, you had said it was all her fault, but in my head, I was like, it's all Otto's fault, man. He was a scumbag behind all of this.
Oh,
It's not
do. You
all
can
anybody's fault, but he is like the main guy. I feel like that screwed everyone.
No, it's his fault. When you go
Yeah.
back to from the beginning of time, it's him. He knew what
Yeah.
everything fuck was going. He knew what the king wanted. He knew everything. He's no different than Ormond. He's doing but he succeeded in it. Ormond's trying to do it. He actually succeeded. He actually pulled it off and got it done. You know what I mean? That was a little sad when he said, "You went to King's Land and did you see my mother?" You know,
That was sad.
It was because you know he's a kid. He probably ain't seen his mother in 20. How long since he's been over there? He probably ain't seen his mom and stuff, you know, and everything else and all that.
Daron is one of my. I don't know too much about him, but from what I know, he was one of my favorite characters and one of the only people that I can respect in the story from the novella. But then when I first saw him on screen, like I don't see castings and stuff like that. I was like ajar for whatever. I don't know what I expected to see, but it wasn't him. But he's really grown into the role, and I've come to love him. The actor's doing great. The writing for him is great. I think I like Daron.
He was. I wish Phil was there playing the fuck Otto song. You know, it's always good to have Phil here. We wish Phil was here every time for every second. But yes, he does love the fuck Otto song. He does love that song and play.
What's the do you know the name of the I'm drawing a blank. It's like Roderick or Dustin. I feel like it's one of those. The Graybeard, the Winter Wolf Graybeard.
That's he's a car
Roddy,
star, right? Roddy the Ruin.
Is it Roddy the Ruin? Regardless,
which he have two cross axes, right? Is it two cross axes for a symbol? It's either two cross axes or the chain or the X chain.
But so I guess my real question though is the actor, is that the guy from Sons of Anarchy? Is that who's playing him?
I had never seen Sons of Anarchy. I've never watched that show. I never watched it. Is it really?
It's up there. It's like not as good as Breaking Bad, but it's up there. Like they came out at the same time. It's a really good show.
Wait a second.
It's a play on Hamlet.
Wait a second.
I don't have a keyboard because of my USB. I can't type it.
You're saying that it's as good as Breaking Bad was?
No. But I'm saying it's close to the same level. Like, you know, if Breaking Bad's top tier, this is like a tier below, but almost in that top tier. It was a great show. I don't know if it still holds up when it first aired.
Nonfiction is saying, yes, it's Chibs.
Oh, it is Chibs? Yeah, he's got dark hair. Granted, it's been 20 years, But I was like, wait, I know that face. Chips, he was great in that, and he's great in this, man. That's cool that he's now playing like medieval stuff. I like him.
And Phil the Issues guy has been summoned. He appears and he says, "Yes, Bridge, it's Chips." I
Yeah,
don't know.
I didn't even know his name was Chips.
I don't know anything about Chips. I ain't hear nothing about Chips or know anything about this show. I've never watched the show. I never was interested in watching it. But now that you say that this show is as top tier as
it might not be top tier, but it's like if it's the one level below, it's at the very top of that one level below.
Yeah, I always thought it was like a Walking Dead show.
No, it's basically gangs, but it's a loose interpretation of Hamlet. Just like West Side Story's Romeo and Juliet. This is Hamlet just through biker gangs. It's pretty awesome.
Oh, I always thought it was like on the same level as like a Walking Dead with those actors and stuff. Like I always thought it was like that lower tier show that just became popular because of the subject and everything, but I never thought it was like a top tier show.
Well, to be honest, I stopped watching Walking Dead, but like if you went the first, like let's say 6 seasons or 5 seasons, I think it was a top tier show, and then they just started
Walking Dead.
Yeah, that show was like it was flawless to me.
And
then eventually they just wanted to print money, so they just keep making.
No, I just think Walking Dead, you could just see the production level of it wasn't there, and the actors weren't great actors. Like,
you don't think so? I thought they were great.
Some of them were good, but there's no great actors there. Like there was people in there who just looked like you've never seen them again act because it's just that's what they are. Like
it's because they make 20 seasons, so they just keep doing Walking Dead.
Yeah, it's not great actors. Like I just say, like that's the best way I could put it. Like they're not great actors in that show. There's decent actors in that show, but there's no great actors. You don't see anyone from The Walking Dead who's left there and has done great things in other shows and movies.
There's the main character's like best friend or whatever. He became like Marvel or something like that. He's a big actor.
Yeah, but he's just the Punisher.
Punisher. Yeah, there you
go. He's the only one who's done anything outside of The Walking Dead that's been any type of success. John Berthel is his name, right?
You know what's funny though? Like I'm not that big in it, TV in general. That's one of the only shows I've watched is Walking Dead back in the day. But it's funny is Phil's not on the stream with us. Phil was huge into The Walking Dead. Imagine he was on, he would disagree with you.
He loved The Walking Dead. Yeah, that was he loved that shit. That was his jam. That was it. But I listen. I love From. And I will say that when I look at From, and I see it, like there's a handful of really good actors, but the rest are like B-level actors. You know what I mean? They're not. Some are C-level actors in there. They're not all A-list actors and stuff. You know what I mean? Like Harold's an A-list actor. And I would say that Harold is A-list, and he is the A-list actor there. I think everyone else is a little bit below him. You know what I mean? Some of them are young and they have a chance to go and become that. But because they're young in their career, we don't know yet. You know what I mean? I would say that about the girl who plays Sophia. Like I think she could get to that A tier. Like I think she can be there. She's that good when I see her on the screen that she could reach there. But other ones, you know what I mean, that I see in there, like they're not. They're like they're not good. The highest they can get to is a B. They could hope to get to a B, and nothing wrong with that. You don't have to be Denzel Washington. Not everyone has to be that, or not everyone has to be a Daniel Day-Lewis. Not everybody is going to be a Sean Penn, and you don't have to be that way. You know what I mean? In order to make a good career and be a good actor and everything else. Nicolas Cage isn't a actor, but he still won an Oscar, right? But he's not a top tier actor. Anyone's gonna say, oh, name the greatest actors of all time. No one's gonna say Nicolas Cage, but he found a role that he was able to perform well enough and was able to get an Oscar for it. So when I look at everything else and all that stuff, I think that they could reach a Nicolas Cage level, which is a great level to reach. That's great. That's who it is. Not everybody's Rembrandt, and that's just the way it goes and stuff, So I'm not dissing. I don't even take it like I'm dissing them, but I look at like the game But I look at the people from and the people from Walking Dead like the same level and stuff. And
Yeah, for me though, it's like I don't know too many actors, even some of my favorite actors. I couldn't even tell you their names. But to me, it's like if I'm watching a show, it doesn't have to be someone that I know. I'd actually prefer it to be someone I don't know because there's
Yeah.
like millions of brilliant actors in the world. As long as like when they're playing the role, I'm seeing the person as a character, not an actor performing a role. Like, like I love Broadway. But when I'm watching
Mhm.
Broadway, I'm seeing people up there flamboyantly prancing around and singing and stuff, and I love
Yep.
it. But it's a show that I know is they're acting or whatever. A lot of like these characters in House of the Dragon or Sons of Anarchy, Breaking Bad, like when I'm in it when the actor doesn't take me out of it, then I think they're a top tier actor to me if they can do any role. Like
You-
Ormond to me, like I've never seen this guy before, but when
Me
I'm
either.
watching it, I'm watching some scumbag named Ormond that I'm like, man, this guy is awesome.
Yeah, but those actors are those. It's when you reach a show like Game of Thrones and you're acting
Okay.
on that show. Those are top tier. Like that's not Walking Dead acting. Like it's a different.
Okay, I see what
acting.
you're saying,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Like those guys
Yeah.
that's a different level. They're like those are
Okay.
level. Those guys are levels above those other people and stuff. That I see. Like maybe it's the production, but those to me they're levels above those guys. You know what I mean? That's why it's so good. That's why it works. Pedro Pascal levels above. That's why he is what he is. Jason Momoa levels above. That's why he is what he is. Those actors, Tyrion Lannister, Peter Dinklage, those are levels above anybody that was in The Walking Dead. When I look at those guys in there, but it didn't call for that type of acting for that show.
That's true for Walking Dead.
It didn't call for that. You know what I mean? I don't want people to think I'm trying to diss. I'm not dissing anyone. I'm not saying anything bad. I'd love to be a B-level actor. I don't need to be the greatest actor of all time at all. I'd love to be a B-level actor. That's a great fucking place to be, man. You make good money on the B level right there. That's a good fucking dough right there and everything. There's nothing wrong with that, but not everyone is an A tier actor. That's just the way it goes. I mean, Samantha Brown is an A tier actor, but she's Samantha Brown, and she's the best of everything. So we've got to give her props. But listen, they're strong actors. People are strong at, and again, it's the role that fits you. You know what I mean? You have to have that role that, like Lorenz Tate when he played Old Dog in Menace Society, that role fit him. He played it well. He did a great job. He's done other good things, but that's still the most role he's recognized for because he played it well. And played it that well. It's when you get that role that fits you, it's all about what you can do with that role and everything and what you're doing with the stuff that they're giving you and everything. So, and all that. So we'll see how it goes. But you should watch Severance because that's A tier acting in that show. And then you'll see it. Yeah. You'll love it, Bridge. I'm telling you. I don't know why you don't do it, man.
F Apple. I don't know. I'm just a weird bias against Apple. It's so irrational, but I don't know if I could do it. Like it would eat part of my soul to do anything with Apple.
You would love that show, bro. Like that's your show. Like if you watched it, you'd be like, "Oh, this is amazing." It was amazing. You would really love that show. Like that's a show for you, without a doubt. Like I wish you would give it a shot and everything else. Apple TV, like if you look at HBO and say they're the top tier. All the shows on HBO is top tier, right?
Okay.
Severance. Look at all the actors in Severance. Like all these, like it's all top tier stuff that they put out in HBO. Apple TV is right there, right below. It's right there. Like the quality of work, the production value, the level of actors, if not above it, it's right there. Like it's almost above it with the stuff they're putting out. It's like really that good. And it's the cheapest streaming service. What is it? $7 a month, bro. $7 a month. It's cheap as it gets. You know what I mean? It's nothing. I'll give you my whole password. You don't even got to pay it. And you can just watch and you can just watch this to give it a shot and everything else. But you would love it, man. You really would like that show. Like you'd be all over. And you do good at covering that show. So you do real good.
Do they have a planned number of seasons? Have they said that or?
No, I know they just started filming season 3 now. Yeah. Oh. They just started filming that. That was reported by Ben Stiller that they're doing that. So,
Ben Stiller?
Yeah, he's the one who runs the show, man. It's his show.
Really?
Yeah.
From comedy to like I heard this is like a super intellectual show, right? Like a mind bender type
It's
show.
a very super intellectual show. You know the whole premise of it, right?
Not at all.
All right, so I'll run it real quick to you. So it's called Severance, right? So
Okay.
what happens? This is why you understand. So what happens is this company has created a way that when you go into your job and you walk
Okay.
through the doors of your job, you no longer remember anything that happened to you outside of the job. So you don't know if you have a family, a wife, a kid, or anything. You only know what happens to you while you're in the job.
So evil.
And then when you leave the job, you don't remember anything that happened to you in the job. You only
That's
remember
lovely.
the stuff outside. So that's why they say in severed. They severed. So like when they're inside of the job, they call themselves innies. And then when they're outside the job, they call themselves outies. So like well, at one point, guy comes in there and he goes, "Oh, my Audi must have been working out because I'm sore in my muscles."
Wait, so they do know when they are an innie, they know that an Audi exists and vice
They
versa.
know Audi exists, yes, but they don't know anything about the Audi.
That's so
They,
wild.
they don't know anything. They have a wife, they have a kid, they don't know anything. They have nothing. And the reason why they did it, the company claims they did it, is to increase production so people don't
Of
bring the
course.
outside life into the job. They could just focus more on their job.
Yeah.
So that's basically what it's about in a nutshell, in a corporate situation.
Trying to think what else we got in this episode. Aegon, yeah, I really like him, and I think he'll make a great king in the
Oh my god!
future.
You know, Aegon, I have no love for anyone, and I think again that's the biggest issue with the show is they did not make you care about any of these characters whatsoever. Didn't make any of them in any way make you want to be with. Like they started doing that with Rhaenyra, and that's why everyone was with Team Rhaenyra. But now you see the way she's acting, and she's so paranoid about everything, and she's doing such a shitty job ruling since she's been there that it's like she don't need to be there either. Like it's just, they all suck. Like they're all terrible. There's no one that's there. Like if I had to pick, I'll be honest. I put Corlys on the Iron Throne.
Yeah, he'd do a good job.
He's the only one that's sensible enough to me that makes it work. And Julia's saying, I like Helena. That's it. Yeah, everyone likes Helena.
She can't be queen though. I mean,
No,
she is queen, but
she can't be queen. But we all love Helena. She's the only one we all care about. What's going on to Tamika's done, but everyone else we don't like any of these motherfuckers. But I put Corlys on the Iron Throne. I think he's the only one that they've showed in this show that could truly effectively run the realm and know how to run the realm.
So I do like on her. Phil called it something like a welcome party to like when she got the throne. And I love how the show showed all the chaos that's happening. And it starts, I'm stepping in her shoes like, oh my God, that's got to be intense stepping in and trying to get everything under control. I really liked it. And at some point she did make a comment about how like she almost has a newfound respect for her father. And because she said that, I'm like, I do too. Like I always viewed him kind of as a weak king. I liked him. I thought he was great, but he is kind of like weak. He was doing a pretty good job holding it together. It's a tough job.
He was weak. He was in there with his Lego set, while Otto Hightower did everything, all the work for him.
Oh, touche. That's like a Tywin Lannister situation.
Right.
Yeah, you're right.
Build his Legos and shit, and Otto just sat the fucking throne and did all the bullshit for him, which is not a bad thing. You know what I mean? You got to know how to delegate shit. You know what I mean? But that's basically what was going on with them there and everything, I mean, the biggest respect that I give that guy is that when he was going to die, he knew it. And he got that cane and he dragged his ass from that Iron Throne just for his daughter that one last time. Like, why is this even coming up? Like, that should have been enough right there to anyone.
Yeah.
Like this is what he wants, and if it's his will, let his will be that. If he's willing to go through all of that just to get to the throne, just so he could say his daughter's supposed to be there, on the throne. This is his plan. Then that's what it should have been. You know what I mean?
You asked me earlier if season 1 and 2 is better. Season 1 was better because ultimately, at the end of the day, oh yeah, here's something I want to mention. When I read something or I watch something, all I want to do is feel something. I like feeling stuff, right? Especially I like feeling sadness because I don't really get sad in life. Things just don't. I'm just a very happy person. I don't really care about much or whatever. But so I like feeling things. There was so many. That whole dinner was great. Like there was so much love there. His whole so I love that. Anyway, this reminds me of something I wanted to mention to you. Do you have a favorite scene from season 3 so far? Sorry to put you on the spot.
Trying to think. It
Or favorite moment.
It's Kristen Cole's death.
Yeah.
Is my favorite scene this season of him getting killed. I really enjoyed it. Not just the killing, it's everything that led up to it. It's the fact that they showed him fight. The fact that they brought back that the first time we seen him was with the ball and chain. I keep calling the ball and chain, but the fucking weapon he's using. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like the first time we seen him and he was introduced to us was with that weapon. Then we got to see him with the weapon again right before he goes out, and he's whooping ass with that weapon. And then after that, the way they show that whole thing go 360 to him just getting shot with the arrows, because depending too much on being the greatest fighter in the realm, right? That's what he wanted to be. I'm the greatest fighter in the realm, and everything else. And him depending on that, like that's going to save him. And in the end, there was no saving him for it at all, because arrows came and got you. No different than Bloodraven got that. What the fuck he got his half brother, right? Did the same shit to him.
Steel.
Yeah, same shit to him. Like Bittersteel kick his ass and shit. But Bloodraven's like, nope.
Yeah. So I guess my real question though, not favorite scene. Have there any scenes jumped out? Like I said, I like to feel something. Do any scenes jump out at you as making you feel something?
Yes.
Whoa, there he is.
Hey, sorry. I think the thing that made me feel the most this season, and is Alan and Corliss, like in the relationship with that, not less with Adam because they've done less emotional stuff, but the Alan and Corliss stuff, just as somebody that can relate to the relationship that like hoping your dad like claims you, like being a bastard, like I can relate to that directly. So I actually found myself getting emotional in that. And Alan is actually a character that I feel like they've done stuff that they haven't done with other. They actually made us learn about him through actions on screen and growing. The one thing you guys haven't talked about yet, and I thought came out of fucking nowhere, and I'm sorry to come in with negative force, everybody, but the Bela and Alan kiss, like she was just talking about something else, and then they just like snap the fingers, and suddenly she's like, oh, by the way, I'm suddenly sexually interested in you. And they were playing her with Adam in the episode before, and then they just had her just like attack Alan for no reason. I just didn't see that coming. They didn't litter that with anything. It was just like, oh, you two are hot, make out. That was basically the only thing that like it. I don't know.
So you brought up, you remind me of something. It's like I say, I want to feel something. This isn't my number one, but and I think it was the last episode. So, and I was kind of like on Corliss's train of thought. So he's like, he looked at Alan. He's like, you're taking orders from her, and she won't even like honor your name or whatever. And then he looked back at Corliss, his father, and said, and how long did it take you, sir? And I was like, oh man, Alan's awesome. Like his perspective in life and just his patience and whatever. So that made me feel something, because I loved him, and I loved him even more for that. But I'll tell you, the moment that of all, like every Helena scene, I feel something. So I love her as a character. But my number one is probably going to be it's Rhaenyra. So it's the beginning of episode 2, probably after the Jace thing. They bring in his body, and she walks up. It's her facial expression, her tone of voice, and her words. She looks with like almost like a smirk on her face, as she's like almost going to like punish him, like she's going to scold him. And she goes, she's looking at his dead body. She goes, Jace, what have you done?
Wake up.
What have you done? You know, she's in denial that he's dead. And it tore at me seeing a mother in like looking at her dead son in denial that he's dead. I thought that was brilliantly done.
And I agree, but I thought that what happened there was that the fact that you didn't give Jace enough to make us care about him, they have to try to convince the audience to care about him through Rhaenyra. And I think that's what the problem was with the scene. Like, why not show the guy up there in Winterfell hanging out with Cregan Stark? Why not show him go to these other spots and do his shit? You know what I mean? Why not make us care about him before him, not because his mother cares about him? And I think that's where they dropped the ball with that cat and everything else. The scene that she did was great and everything else, but it shouldn't have took that scene to care about him. We should have already cared about him like people cared about Robb Stark.
Yeah,
I think he should have been there on that level.
Tony, you're so right. I think the problem comes with direction of show running. They decided when they plotted out this show that it's Alicent and Rhaenyra's show, and everyone else is a side character for the two of them. And some people fit in, but like, so everything needs to be about Rhaenyra's reaction. So we don't really need to, like, I'm not saying I agree with you, but I'm saying what they think is we don't really need to learn too much about Jace. We'll see the emotional reaction through Rhaenyra. And you did in an excellent acting performance in a really great scene. I think episode 2 and all of episode 3, Rhaenyra was amazing. And that was like really captivating television. But like Jace, you didn't give a shit about. You didn't give a shit about any of her kids. And and I'm with you, Bridge. I care about Aegon too. He's a piece of shit. But because they've done better at developing him as a character than they did any of Rhaenyra's kids. That's why because we know him. He is a piece of shit. Tony, you're right. He's a fucking piece of shit. Him and Alicent suck. There's not one good person on this damn show except for Helena. Corlys too, probably. But like everyone else is freaking horrible. They're horrible people.
Yeah, and they tried to make Corlys put him down. They cheated on his wife. Man, he's on the boat all the time. What the fuck you think going on, man?
Yeah.
He on the road on the boat. What do you think? Is that going to happen? And his wife was cool with it. His wife was like, shit, I see my husband in you when she seen him. Like, she knew it instantly. As soon as she seen him, she knew that was his kid. Like, she knew it. She seen him, and she was like, uh-huh, yeah, I know who you are. And she didn't say burn him. That's all that. She didn't say kill him, burn him. Like, she was about it. She didn't care. She didn't care. I love that actress since fucking Nurse Jackie anyway. So like, I got love. I got love for her since Nurse Jackie. When she was a Nurse Jackie, she was amazing there and everything. So I've always.
I want to add one more thing just to get it on the record. When Rhaenyra said that, what have you done? I literally cried. I had tears come out of my eyes, and then I laugh at myself. I'm like, I'm watching a fictional show, but it's that understanding, like just a motherly love. Everyone can understand that or knows of the concept of it, and it broke me, man. It really did. So
it got me emotional as well a little bit.
It was. I ain't crying. No, sorry, but I don't cry, man. It take a lot to make me cry. I have cried on show. The Color Purple ending makes me cry every time I watch it. I've seen it 1,000 times.
My girl makes me cry every time when the kid dies with the bees and the girl.
What is it?
My Girl. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's with Macaulay Culkin. Like he dies and this little girl breaks down. I don't even want to talk about it. I'll start fucking crying. It's one of those movies.
I've never seen it.
It's with Dan.
Never seen My Girl.
It's with Dan Aykroyd and what's
Macaulay Culkin.
Macaulay Culkin and what Jamie Lee Curtis.
And everything. All right, people in the chat, let me put in there any movie or TV show episode. You have to go to episode of a TV show, but any movie that no matter what, if you put it on, it'll make you cry, give you the bridge for a moment. Anything else, but Color Purple makes me cry every time. Every time. Nonfiction says My Girl is so sad.
It really is.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I ain't watching that. The only thing I watched with Macaulay Culkin is The Good Son.
Oh, Good Son's good with him and Elijah Wood.
Yeah,
Elijah Wood.
People are saying, I don't know if they're making. Julia Dawn says E.T.
Maybe when I was a kid and I watched that, I cried.
Tamika's Den says My Girl definitely made me cry. I never watched this.
There's a part in this movie Cocoon that always makes me cry. Like all the old people in Cocoon, they go in the cocoon water and they get young. And then this one old guy refuses to go the whole time and his wife dies.
KP says Shawshank. I don't know how you cry on Shawshank. I don't know.
You chair. Oh, when the kid dies. I guess when the kid dies in Shawshank.
There's nothing to cry about in Shawshank at all. Tamika's Den says Imitation of Life.
When Brooke dies, right?
Imitation of Life. Good night to you. Thank you, Doc, for showing up. Appreciate you.
When Brooks dies.
There was I can't even remember.
Cry because Brooks died.
I think that's got to be when KP's talking about. Right?
You don't cry because of Brooks, bro.
KP could.
You feel bad. But you don't cry over there, bro.
Oh, he says the ending when Andy and Red reunite on the beach, and
Oh no, you don't cry because of that. That's not The Color Purple when Celie reunites with her sister. That's a crying moment. Not this dudes who escaped and they made it, and you don't cry on that. And you see him
cry happy tears.
No, that's never a happy tear. Celie, the Cece, when you see that is happy tears of crying because of everything.
I cried for Wilson when he was crying at the fucking volleyball. Tom Hanks when he loses the soccer ball on the island. Wilson, I cried.
I can't remember specific scenes. I can't even remember the movie, to be honest, but I'm willing to bet I think I cried multiple times on a movie called Crash. I vaguely remember just that being my number one movie for a while because it made me cry.
I don't know if I remember that movie. The Never Ending Story, Horse Stuck in the Mud, not enough. That's not enough to make you cry. The horse.
Requiem for a Dream didn't make me cry, but it also made me depressed. It's the best movie I've ever seen, Easy Cash, that I'll never watch again. I feel that way about all Aronofsky's movies.
When Goose dies in Top Gun, no.
Dun, 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 dun,
y'all just, if you cried over stuff like that, y'all cry easy. I was never crying. No. Hey, Goose died. I don't give a goddamn Goose. They died. All right, Goose. That's not a crying moment. That's not a crying moment, man. It has to be something really that gets you that cries and stuff like that.
I cried in Star Trek 2 when Spock dies, when Kirk and Spock talk. That definitely gets me every time. That's one for me.
He doesn't die.
You mentioned earlier
Spock dies, or when he dies, when he says, "I will always be your friend, Jim." Like that gets me misty.
Oh well, no, that's not enough. It's not enough. That's like Obi-Wan dying to me. I didn't cry when Obi-Wan.
No,
died.
that's Obi talks to him 2 seconds afterwards. He's like, Luke, I'm inside your head now. Don't worry about it.
I didn't cry for Obi-Wan. Like I would cry.
No one cried for Obi-Wan. No one cried for Obi-Wan. Nobody cried for Obi-Wan. He talks to Luke 5 seconds after he dies.
You don't cry for Obi-Wan. No
one cries for Obi-Wan. Let himself die. No one cries for him. He stopped fighting. He goes, "Kill me." That's not a cry. He said, "You strike me down, I'll be more powerful than ever." He was thanking him. Anyone who's paying attention knew that was a good thing. Fuck that. No one cries for
No
one cries for fucking Obi-Wan.
No, Braveheart with William Wallace is betrayed by his friend Robert DeBrew.
No.
Did you cry for that, Bridge?
I was young. I don't know if I literally cried, but that was definitely a sad moment for sure.
Yeah.
Luna Cascade has come back to us. It says, "Bridge, it is good to see you." We have not seen you in a long time, Luna. Thank you for rocking with us, man. I really appreciate you showing up and stuff. Not a lot of things make me cry, man. I not even when dude got shot up in Boys and the Boys in the Hood did I cry. I didn't cry for that shit. Felt bad that he got shot up, but I didn't cry. I wasn't crying over me. Like it's got to be something to really get me and stuff like that. That's the only one that gets me every time. Nothing else. Nothing else will make
Bambi. Bambi made me cry.
Did you cry for Bambi?
I think so. I think when I first watched it, Fievel Goes Home, The American Tale 2, Fievel Goes Home made me fucking cry about the little rat. That one definitely made me cry when I was a kid. I'm thinking of cartoons now. There's certain shit that like when I was a kid, I don't know if I want to like.
Ricky. No, I give a guy Ricky. I ain't cry for Ricky. Fuck Ricky. Ricky should have ran fast. Yeah, Ricky should have ran a little faster and everything.
I usually don't.
Go ahead.
It's happy stuff. That normally what I like the Rhaenyra thing was a sad thing that made me cry. Usually it's moments of just extreme either self-sacrifice or love that make me cry. Like I forget exactly what he said, but during the feast in episode 7 or 8 or whatever of King Viserys, something he said during his speech made me cry. Maybe it was just his whole speech, and then I do remember. I'm not like over here like like I'm saying my eyes are wet and like drops. You know what I mean? A little bit of tears.
Okay, I'm
not over here with the handkerchief. Like
I'm reading some of the top movies that make people cry. Big Fish. Have either of you guys seen Big Fish?
Never.
Okay. Patch Adams. All Dogs Go to Heaven. The Green Mile.
All Dogs Go to Heaven. It says in the title that they gotta die.
Dead Poet Society. The first time I saw that, I remember getting a little emotional for that.
No,
one.
the guy talking about his fucking wife farting and shit, and and it made him happy. No,
Ooh, Toy Story 3 got me at the end with Toy Story 3 when those fucking toys were gonna die, dude. That shit got me.
They didn't know. The claw.
Armageddon's a good call.
The claw came.
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, Past Lives. No, so I'm trying to see the 100 saddest movies of all time for a good cry.
Sonic, your boy says Armageddon. I'm behind that. That was a sad
Armageddon
movie.
was a great sacrifice,
Yeah.
but it didn't make me cry.
Someone said Titanic.
Never. No.
Let's see. The Iron Giant, Lady in the
Gladiator. Gladiator doesn't make you cry. It's a great sacrifice when he dies, but you don't cry because he's dead. I didn't cry because Maximus died.
No, I wanted him to die. He sucks. Fuck.
Like it was just like it's what it was. He accomplished his mission and he's out. That's it. He did what he had to do.
Ooh, Philadelphia is pretty sad. I didn't cry, but it was a pretty fucking sad movie.
No, that didn't make me no, not at all. Not at all.
Beaches kind of made me cry.
I've never seen Beaches. That's what
You've
seen Beaches?
Beaches. I've seen Beaches many times. I grew up with my mother and my grandmother. I watched all those movies.
Oh, that's that blind-haired chick who was blowing Geraldo on the boat. Bette Midler.
Bette Midler and Barbara Hershey.
You know, Geraldo's big divulgement in his book that Bette Midler sucked his dick on a boat when they were out.
It's better than his Al Capone's fucking vault disclosure, though, right?
That was his big reveal in his book. If y'all believe me, go read the book. But his big reveal that he put out there was that Bette Midler sucked his dick while they were on the boat.
Whose dick didn't Bette Midler suck? Shut up,
in like a biography.
Yeah, this biography.
That's hilarious.
That was his big reveal.
Congratulations.
Blew him on a boat and shit, on a canoe or something like that.
It's a wild thing to expose.
I know, totally. And this is the same guy who made this big deal about exposing Al Capone's vault, and he opened it up and nothing was in there. That's like the two things he's famous for is exposing nothing.
Yeah. And getting blown by Bette Midler.
Congratulations.
If it was Barbara Streisand, now you're talking. Like if Baps blew you on a boat, that's a big story to me. That's Baps. You know, that's a different, man. That's a different. Bette Midler's great, but she's not Baps. You know,
Bette Midler played Danny DeVito's wife, and it was believable. Come on.
Yeah. Bette Midler's a pretty Miss Piggy. Like Baps is like a fucking. That's like Marilyn. She's not as sexy as Marilyn Monroe, but she's got that status. Like
she's up there with the chick from like those old school singer vibes. Like she connects back to like Julie Andrews. Not Julie.
Yeah, like when something happens to Baps, it's gonna be news for like a week. It's like gonna be bigger than Robert Redford. Like she is the Jewish queen, mama. Period. And she always will be. And that's just what it is.
You know what's surprisingly on this list? Rocky 4. Did people cry that much when Apollo died?
No. Gave a fuck about Apollo.
Like, why is Rocky 4 on this list? Why is Rocky 4 68 on this list? It should not be on the
Throw in the towel! Throw in the towel! People laugh at that shit. They don't care about that shit. That motherfucker was on the floor. His ass was bopping up in the air while he was laying there and shit. Don't give a fuck about Apollo. I don't care about that shit.
Yo, I'm on the same wave like the Sonic your boy. He said Armageddon earlier, and now he's saying American Tail. I'm pretty sure that's the somewhere.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. If Five Goes West, American Tail. That
was a sad one.
I'm with you on that one, Bridge, for sure.
No, I don't know. Like
I mean, it's like an old cartoon Disney or something.
I remember it. I remember the mouse, the fucking hat. I could see it in my face. You know,
I remember watching it in school.
The mouse, the fucking hat.
Yep.
Yeah, that is like tilted to the side and shit, you know, and all that. Now, people say they cried during Scrooge when he turned good. You mean like what are you talking about? Like the Mickey Mouse Scrooge and shit? That
or
one
like Bill Murray's Scrooge.
Yeah, they got a new Scrooge coming out, right? That Johnny Depp is playing.
Yeah, he was dressed up like that at Comic-Con or some shit like that.
Yeah, and people like when we taking calls. You ask Phil if he wants.
Oh, you want me to turn? If people want me to turn it on, I guess I can turn it on.
You can do it. Let me run out for a second, Phil. Hold it down for me, brother. I appreciate it.
I will do my best. Let me start this. Add existing. Add a new one. Fucking sorry, I'm trying to add a new window capture. Here we go.
Yeah, while you're loading that, so I went out with a ton of friends a couple months ago, right? Then there's a big photo of all of us. Afterwards, one of the girls came up to me and she showed me the picture. No one realized what shirt I was wearing, but it was this. I'd rather be reading. She's like, really? She was so mad that I showed up to, like, I never want to go out with anyone. The one day I go out, I have a shirt that basically says, I don't want to be here. I want to be reading.
At least you're telling them like right away. You're like you're making them aware of a lack of interest in dealing with them.
It's a photo that has like, it's probably 15 people and it's like a memory type photo. And in it, there's a pretty blatant, it just jumps out like Kevin doesn't want to be here. It really made her mad. It's funny.
But yes, this is excuse me, American Tail. Sorry, I'm coughing. This fucking little rat definitely made me fucking. I don't know.
Like when I messing around the piano when I was young, that was one of the first songs I tried playing. Just with single notes, not the song, but
somewhere out there beneath the bullshit I cry. It's some fucking shit like that. Let me turn on my computer so I can take calls for people. So sorry, everyone. If you want to leave voicemails now, you can do 781-990.
Opapad, he's working on it right now. He's trying to get the call thing set up.
Yeah, I'll set it up now. Sorry, I'm ill prepared. Long ass day. So other movies that made me cry. Oh yeah, this movie Cocoon that I was talking about earlier. The whole movie's about like these older folk that can like the aliens come down and if you bathe with the older folks' cocoons, you become youthful again. It's a Steve Guttenberg 80s movie. And at the end of the movie, the guy that was like, this is awful, I'll never do this. He fucking, his wife dies and he like rushes her there. And the alien's like, the magic doesn't work anymore. And the guy's like, please make my wife be alive. And it's a really sad moment. But yes, Cocoon's one of those horrible 80s movies. But it's like that, just a weird concept. Like it came around like around the time of like Police Academy and that kind of shit. It was.
Peter Griffin's asking if I'm going to watch any Brandon Sanderson shows on Apple. I don't do Apple. I didn't know he had any shows coming out. I mean, Mistborn, it's young adult technically. Yeah, it's a young adult. It's probably in my top 5 series ever. The first trilogy is fantastic.
And while Tony's gone, Sons of Anarchy, I also watched all of Sons of Anarchy, and I think those first few seasons are like, I watched it all the way through, but those first few seasons is really fucking good. You know,
yeah, like, right. That's like top tier stuff. Like you're hooked, right?
Yeah. I kind of don't like the season where they're in Ireland for most of it, but like, but it's a really good show, and I think some of those shows, it's about like they have 1 or 2 top tier actors. I mean, Ron Perlman is fucking amazing.
I couldn't think of his name. That guy, when he was talking earlier, I wanted to throw out that name. He's the father, right?
Yeah. Hellboy. You know, he's in Hellboy.
Exactly. He's a big actor.
Yeah, he's been everything. And the actor that plays Chibbs was also in Braveheart. And
yeah, that's right. He was in Braveheart. That's that earlier. I was like, it's so cool to see him in Medieval, as if it was his first time. No, that's why. Probably the reason I like him in Game of Thrones, on a subconscious level, I probably realized like this is where I know the guy from, Braveheart.
And honestly, that's one of the. I'm not going to say. Sorry, my camera's in the other room. I feel weird that you're having to look at a drum set, but in a litter box right now. I feel like in some ways they're not establishing him as a character in the show because they're like, oh, people will remember him from other things. So when he comes on screen, he's just like, oh yeah, Jaxie boy, I'm a stock now. What the fuck? And I like him because he's that dude, but he just comes out with that same kind of energy, but it works. But
he's playing that role really well, because my interpretation of that guy in the books is that like they're the Greybeards. They can't, you know how like there's always the thing of like there's too many people when winter comes, so some of the guys will leave basically and potentially go to war because it's better to die there so that the youngins can have the food up north. And it's like they're just coming down here to wreck shop, and that's exactly what he's doing. He's just like loving the fight. So yeah, they're writing and performing him very well.
I don't want to get into, well, I do, because I'm curious of your thoughts now that you've watched the whole thing, because there's so much of what you were saying while Tony while I was listening to you and Tony that I'm like, I don't want to come on because I'm just going to repeat what Bridge says. But because I'm also for the small folk, especially on this show. There's a lot of like really like big assholes. And I also, one of the things I most liked about this particular story, because that's why Knight of the Seven Kingdoms is my favorite thing besides the main series, because it really is kind of focuses in there. But what I really like about this story is I really love the Nettles thing because of the ambiguity about maybe a non-Targaryen or a non-Valerian being able to tame a dragon with that stuff. So besides all that, what do you think about the change? And I know I'm setting you up to maybe be negative, and I know you don't like that, but I'm curious what you think of the Sheep Stealer change and everything that they did, deciding the decision with the Nettles thing, and what having seen it now, what's your opinion on all that?
I mean, like, Nettles is one of my favorite women or girls of this series I've ever read. So it's a shame on the one hand that I'm disappointed that we don't have Nettles. With that said, Rhaena doesn't do much in the novella. And so they're expanding her character, which is great. And I've got both stories now. Like, 2 is better than 1. So I'm down with it. I feel for her, even though she's like, she's a little crazy. It's a little bit of a stretch to me, the dynamic they're going for of like, oh my God, Rhaenyra is going to kill you. I get it. And it's definitely possible, like, that she'll be mad. But at the same time, it's a little bit of a stretch because I don't think Rhaenyra is that unreasonable. It was a mistake. That's what happened. You know what I mean? So the whole her having to stay away because she's afraid, like, I don't know, it doesn't resonate with me too well. But I do love Sheep Stealer. Sheep Stealer is great. I do love their change of Sheep Stealer going nuts in battle.
That whole battle just going fire on, going on the Human Torch, like flame on.
Like, if they want to do a change, they should have her burn that fucking castle down. Like, you just have this chick come in and smack you in the face.
Yeah,
like
dude,
that.
what was the slap about?
I didn't like that.
Slap about, like, shut the fuck up.
I was wondering if they were gonna like push her through the moon door and then have Sheep Stealer come like carry her. That'd be a little.
I thought about it.
Did you? And then, after I thought about it, I was like, oh my God, you'd really have to suspend your disbelief. But
I thought about like he was gonna catch her, like she's gonna push her out. He was just gonna catch her in the hand and fly off with her. I really thought he's gonna. I thought about it. I thought are they gonna pull that shit?
You know what's interesting with this show? Because like we get so used to Dany riding dragons in Game of Thrones without a saddle. It's like if you know anything about physics, you're getting thrown off within the first 30 feet of riding. You need you need to be strapped on a dragon or you're off of it right away. So I love the fact that most of the dragon riders in the show have saddles, and all of a sudden you get her jumping on Sheep Stealer without one, and it goes up and then pops down. It's like inertia. She's still going to be going up while the dragon's going. So I don't know. I have to suspend disbelief again, just like with Daenerys.
100%. Luna Cascade, thank you for super chat. Have you read the fantasy series Children of Blood and Bones being adapted into an all-star movie? Looks good. What do you, Bridge? I know you would be the one who had read that.
I had not read it. I don't know if I own it or not. I have heard of it. I'm gonna check. But no, the answer is no, I have not. I have heard good things about it though.
This is a close-up Phil version right here.
I know. I gotta fix the camera. It was close.
That was close.
It was
close.
It was close up on the drum set. I have to fix this.
Lady Star Force as well.
No one wants to see me that close.
The Three Amigos. We are the Three Amigos. It is. We could have took that name for our podcast, the Three Amigos. That would have worked for us. We definitely are that and everything. But yeah, the slap in the face was a little bit like, who do you think you are? Yeah. Like, I got a big ass dragon. And again, this comes down to, people doing dumb shit just like Off the White. Like, you can't put your boot in the guy's neck who has the fucking biggest dragon of them all. You can't just go and you can't go here and smack this chick and not do anything to her unless you plan on killing her at that second when she's going to leave and she has a fucking huge dragon out there. Like, what do you tell you? She just get upset and she'll burn that whole fucking place right down to the floor. And it's really that simple, and everything. So
like, that would be like you tell, like, not that I'm like as powerful as Ulf the White here, but that would be like you being Phil. You can come on my show, but don't smoke weed. Like, I'd be like, I'm not coming on your show. Like, why are they telling the dude he can't drink? Like, what the living fuck? Like, let the dude have a damn drink. Like, Damon, I understand. You want, like you were talking about this earlier, and I might be like, I'm kind of quoting you, but like you want to be hard on him, but like to a certain extent, like go get drunk. Who cares? Just send him off, do his thing. Like it's It's stupid. And what do you guys think? Because you touched on it a little bit, but what do you both of you think of Rhaenyra's idea to send Alicent to do the job of killing Aemon? Like, is that smart leadership, do you guys think? Or do you think it's a smart plan? Or is it going to backfire on Rhaenyra?
Go ahead, Bridge. You could take it first.
First I want to talk about the Ulf thing. Yeah, it's just weird. Like, God, I can't stand Rhaenyra and Daemon right now. I understand where they're coming from in the sense of Vhagar's huge, like 200 something years old, like 221 years old. Vhagar's a huge dragon, or 180. Then you need dragons to face Vhagar. You need Vermithor. You know what I mean? Potentially you need Vermithor. So I get what they're saying. They don't want to lose him. He's a very valuable ally, but there's different ways to treat allies. They're just using like the hammer or the fit, whatever, instead of being like, you know what? Like Ulf's got Silverwing. Silverwing's still not as big as I'd like her to be, but Silverwing's a big dragon. You need Silverwing. So I get why they don't want him going to a bar and getting stabbed, because then you're down not only a dragon rider, you're down a dragon, right? But instead of condescending him the way you did, just acting like you own him, what you do is you say, you know what? Here, bring your boys to the castle. Your boys, we're going to hook up your boys. You have a blast on the weekends at the castle. You know what I mean? So like, there's so many better ways to handle that situation than just, God, they suck. I hate nobility. I really do. Yeah, for the most part, I hate nobility. As far as Alicent, like Tone mentioned it earlier, I'm with him. They're just trying to give her something to do. As far as the actual plan, it doesn't really resonate. It's an odd subplot that's going on right now.
Yeah, it's just nothing that you would ever. There's nothing that they've ever seen from this woman to make you believe that she would have the ability to kill her son face to face. That she'd be able to do that. You know what I mean?
I don't think they're trying to get her to kill, are they? Isn't she just going to like lure him out? And
no, she sent her there to kill her. I think that's the vibe.
I thought she said you and one sword.
She's the sword.
Yep.
He said she needed someone that he trusts.
Yeah, I thought it's like she lures him out and someone else kills him. That's how I interpret it. And that's why I was like, that's so vicious. You're trying to get a mother to like lure her son into death. Like her mother just knowing he's gonna die has got to hurt. But being part, she doesn't want to be part of it.
Bridge, I think it's even worse, Bridge. I think she's trying to get Alicent to actually do the kill. Like at least that's how I read. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, I didn't interpret it that way.
I interpreted it as she's trying to get Alicent to do the kill. Tony, what do you think?
She was trying to take him to do the kill. And then when you look at the preview of it, you know what I mean? That's what that chick says, that she's here to do you harm. It's like she's arrives by herself there. You know what I mean? Yeah, in the preview, she's got, and then the witch says to him, she's here to do you harm and stuff, and it's just her that's there, you know what I mean? Like like Alicent, if she was smart, like there's nothing you can do here. You would just go to Hightower. Like you just hightail it to Hightower. Like you get out that castle and you go back and that's it. What's that, Bert?
The title of the episode is Faceless Man. Could she be trying to hire a faceless man that looks like Alicent to kill him?
No.
Is that possible?
No. I don't think we'll see any faceless men in this.
The title of the last episode was Faceless Man. It wasn't Butcher's
and I was like, why was this episode called Faceless Man? Men or man? So wouldn't that be wild if she? What would she have to pay? Dragon egg? Like, how do you get a faceless man to act as Alicent to go kill him? That would be nuts. And then somehow the witch kills the faceless man. Maybe.
No. They're not getting that deed. We're not getting any faceless men in this shit. We're not. It's called Faceless Men, I think, because of the people that are trying to kill them from the inside. Like they're faceless because there's so many of them. You don't know who the face of them is. Like the guy said, if you kill me, 10 more are gonna rise up. You're never good because we're the realm. We're the whole realm. It's not just me. It doesn't matter. I
feel like that was a fuck you to George. Because it's like if it has nothing to do with the faceless men, it's just more like I can call episodes anything I want. Fuck you, George. What I mean.
Episode title really threw me off because I was expecting to see a faceless man in this episode, and there wasn't.
You can't call it the Butcher's Ball when it only lasted like 3 minutes.
It was more like the Butcher's 5-minute dance, like 5 minutes.
I was expecting that to be the title, but yeah, you're right. It couldn't be called that.
No, it was 2 seconds and it was over.
Yeah,
I think because they both attempted it, right? You see Daemon confront those guys and he grabs him up who's faceless. They tried to and do the impersonation again on Ormond. It didn't work, right? Mm-hmm. So I think it's just the impersonation things that we've seen, and that's why it's like faceless man. But both of them were unsuccessful.
Yeah, it was just like a nod to Hitmen, probably.
Yeah. That's what they should have called it, something like that. What do they call those fucking guys, those soldiers and stuff that
assassins
go crazy and stuff like when they lead the army? It should have been called something like that. Whatever George names those people, broken men or something like that, like broken men or something. It could have been something like that. You know, I think that's the way they should have ran it instead of faceless men, because you give the expectation that you're going to see a faceless man. There is none. There is none.
I mean, Peter has a good point. He goes, they can't even pay the gold cloaks, let alone a faceless. Yeah, but that's why I threw out that, like, potentially like a dragon egg or something. I don't know. Like, what could you pay a faceless man?
I mean, Alice Rivers could trade all those dragon eggs to hire the faceless men and kill all of her adversaries or some shit like that.
Yeah, I think she wants dragons though. She wants
dragon babies
for her.
Luna wants to know that do you think that Helena's story is going to be the same as in the books? That's just a yes or no.
Yes.
Same outcome. Yes. Different way to get there, but same outcome.
I mean,
same. No, they already talked about the moon. I think that's the key. When they said she needed to see the moon, I think that's what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they've been setting it up well. I just can't wait to see Dreamfire, her dragon. It's she has one of the Dreamfire's older, like 2 or 3 years older than Vermithor, and an extra year older than Silverwing, who's 1 year younger than Vermithor. Dreamfire at this time is like 102 years old. Like, I want to see her. Hopefully she's.
I don't even know if we're going to see that dragon. I don't think they're going to show it. Only way they show it is in the dragon pit.
Yeah,
when the dragon pit shit happens, I think they'll show that, because they did set that up. They're setting that up right now with the people rebelling already, and then now you just got to get the shepherd, whoever going to play the shepherd, and it's going to be some type of the 7 person. You know what I mean? And then once you have that go down, then it's a wrap. Then and everything else.
How do you guys like how Daron's been done so far? Do you enjoy the little we've seen of him?
Bridge?
Yeah. He's one of my, again, I don't know too much about him. From the little we know about him in the novella, he's one of the few people that I admire, that I think is a good person. So I like what they've done with him in the show. I was gonna say it'll be interesting to see what happens. Like Tone mentioned something earlier, like him versus Ormond. Do you think that'll go down?
I actually think they're gonna have Dwayne probably kill Ormond somehow and take over the family. Dwayne, yeah, Dwayne. Oh, by the way, the kid that plays Daron, I've heard. I can't find it verified, but people have been telling me he's playing Link in the Legend of Zelda movie.
Who? Wait,
the kid that plays Daron.
He's gonna be Link.
That's what I've heard. I'm trying to find verification of that, but people told me that in the stream the other night or a couple nights ago. They said he's
one thing I liked about him, which I didn't mention yet, is I don't know if he had. I don't know if he had a stunt guy do it, but his little sword fight with the boys, where he's like, "Come on, 3-on-1. This now you should be able." He was pretty good. If that was the actor performing that, I'm impressed, because a lot of actors can't perform sword fights well. Like, all right, I hate to say this, I'm gonna be a little Debbie Downer because I love Baby Monk from The Last Kingdom, but the way Aemon moves and fights, like I don't know, it doesn't work for me.
In the way
I love
the way he talks doesn't work for me.
I mean, listen, man.
He's always creeping and hunched over, like.
No, I mean, anytime they show these fighters in these movies or shows, like fighting 3 people training, they always get killed. like it doesn't matter. like they set you up like they're this great fighter. In the end, they get their ass kicked and they get killed or something happens to them. And that's it. Every time you go to Gladiator and show Commodus, like over there, the Commodus was fighting all these people. He's doing all this good shit. He got in there, and that was the end of his ass.
And yes, it's official. Like, he is Link from Legend of Zelda. So
is he Link?
Daron is
good. I guess I could see it in his face how he could be. I mean, are they gonna have Link talking in the movie?
I think so. I hope. I don't know. I'm worried about this because I'm a Zelda geek, but like,
yeah, I love Zelda. I don't know about this. I'm
a little scared.
No, after Master of the Universe, I'm scared for everything. Yeah. I'm scared for everything. Like that should have been much better than what it was. It wasn't bad, but it's just it
was almost like 21 Jump Street-ish, or it was a joke. They just played it as a joke.
And you can't do. You need to. it's like they play it for children and not the people who were children when that
And
grew
children
up.
don't know who the fuck He-Man is.
Yeah, you got to play it for the same people who grew up with it, and you got to make it more mature with them. So you got to play it like that, and you can't have Skeletor making jokes like some jokes later. But you can't have him, making jokes every second of the thing. It just doesn't work for me.
Oh, I've got a question.
Yep,
I got a question for you guys. So in the last stream, someone mentioned what they said. They called them green men in the chat, and I was like, I hadn't seen any episode yet. So I was like, green men? Are we talking about singers, Children of the Forest, or reeds? And Phil, you said reeds.
I thought it was
seen the reeds. Am I missing the scene? We've seen the reeds.
No,
I think they were talking about the people on the Isle of Faces with the horns.
I thought I think I mixed up the reeds with the Tullys. I think it ended up being the Tullys, not the reeds.
Yeah, I think when they said green men, they meant the people on the Isle of Faces with the horn.
And we've had a scene of that in this show.
Yeah, they showed him walking away with his horns, like in the silhouette. In the silhouette, they show him on there with the horns and stuff, the antlers on his head, and he's walking away in the silhouette. When they're on there, when they're on the island. Who was it that was on the island? And
yeah, that's what it was. That's where the boys were hanging out with the dragons.
Yeah. And
there were some weird. He was freaked out. Okay, so those are the quote. Yeah, I could get behind that. Yeah, that makes sense.
That's what I think they were talking about. Those guys. Oh yeah, Hugh and Ulf when he was wiping his ass with a leaf.
Yeah. Okay, I remember that now.
And all that, but yeah, that's what I think they were referring to.
Oh, for a second there, the shirt is that who's on your shirt, Phil?
Where would you put the Clegane brothers in that top 10 list?
At first, I was thinking it was Nirvana, but my first thought was, is that Sandor? And then I was like, oh no, it's probably Nirvana. That is Sandor.
The KFC shirt,
Oh, nice. Sandor's my dude. The last episode I watched with my mother, because we're watching Game of Thrones, was season 6, episode 8, called Broken Men, which we mentioned a bunch of times in the show. It's the return, episode 7, and it was or maybe 8. It was the return of Sandor Clegane.
Yeah, the tits and drag. Like Ian McShane might have hated Game of Thrones, but he was awesome in that episode.
My mother once again is like, "Why do you keep doing this to me?" Because he was so good, and then he's so good.
He's so good in that part, and he hated it. Like, or he was like, "Oh, yeah, that tits and." He totally spoiled right before that season that the Hound came back. He's like, "Yeah, I did a scene with a character that died, a giant guy with a fucking lymph. That show's about tits and dragons." I don't give a shit. It was like
that's hilarious.
Well, that's where we got introduced to our boy Steve Love is in the scene, gets his head chopped off.
Yep,
totally. He gets the finger he gets the finger shoved up his ass, and then after that he gets his head chopped off for it. You know what I mean? He was definitely like in the Diddy group and stuff and all that. And Steve Love is mad cool. He's definitely mad cool. We met Steve Love. He was chilling with us. We hung out. We partied with him. Real cool motherfucker. I mean, I think he's Canadian. Steve Love, and he does one of the best Shaggy impersonations I ever heard any person do in the history of the world, and everything. Like it's there. Like you think Shaggy doing it when he does it. Like he's that good at it. You know what I mean? We love it.
So if we're playing these one-on-one battles, does Sandor beat Crispy Cole in a one-on-one battle?
No.
Does the Mountain beat Crispy?
The Mountain beat anybody. He could beat anybody at any time.
Beat Oberyn if he shut his damn fucking mouth.
Yeah, he did beat Oberyn.
I mean, I guess he kind of won that fight. I guess
he won it.
Draw. They both got knocked out.
Yeah, but Oberyn cheated. He put poison on the spear, and you're not supposed to have poison on your fucking
fair point.
Right, you're not supposed to do that.
He loaded some irons in the gloves.
So Oberyn was cheating too there. So you know what I mean. But no, he's so big that if he catches you once, it's over. So it's just that simple. All he has to do is catch you once. He's so big and everything else. And Oberyn, again, styles make fights. Oberyn had a weapon that he could keep distance with. So when you look at the other guy, like Crispy Cole,
could he do that with the flail? Could he?
No, you're not going to keep, because he could take a hit from that flare and come and get your ass after. You know what I mean? or get that flail, get stuck in the shield, it's over. And we've seen it get stuck in the dude's head. So I just don't think that his weapon skill will help him with that.
See, I've got Sandor is slightly better than Gregor for one reason. I think the fight might have actually happened when they, at the duel when Sandor came in to protect Loras Tyrell. I think that happens in the Sansa chapter, but I'm pretty sure in a Ned chapter, Ned thinks back to that fight, and he was super impressed with Sandor because when they were fighting, Gregor was trying to kill Sandor, and he noticed that Sandor never once aimed for Gregor's head. So Sandor was just playing defense, and you're putting yourself as a disadvantage in a fight when you're not going all out, and he still was able to hold his own against his big brother. So like I don't know, but I've got Sandor slightly better than Gregor.
Yeah, I would say he's skill-wise, he's better.
Yeah.
But you always gotta take size as a factor.
Yeah, I mean, he's 8 feet tall.
You take size as a factor. You don't have to be as skillful as Sir Arthur Dayne when you're that fucking big. And perfect sense is what we see is from Duncan the Tall, right? He's not as good as any of these guys.
Yeah.
When it comes to straight up fighting, but he's so fucking big.
He's got Foreman knockout punch ability.
Yeah, he gets his hands on you and he horses you to the floor. Then that's your ass, and that's it. And if Sandor does that in a fight, that's your ass, and that's just what it is. And thank you, Laura. Good to see you all three back together. It's good to be back together. Thank you so much, Laura. Really appreciate it. I got my package from Australia.
Oh, you did? Have you tried your Tim Tam?
I have not. I haven't opened it yet. I just got it. It's still there and everything else. I was gonna maybe text her and tell her do an opening for her and stuff. But I did get my Australian package.
I'm curious what you'll think about them. I know I talked them up, but I'm curious what you'll think about.
What is it made of?
It's just it's chocolate. It's akin to like a Super Twix in some ways.
Like a Twix bar?
Kind of like it's mixed between a Twix and one of those like fudge cookie things, but the chocolate's a little different than chocolate you've had before. It's a little sweeter, but it's like chocolate and cookie, like graham cracker cookie vibe taste thing, whatever it is. It's good. And if you bite bite both halves of it, you can kind of like suck milk or like I got some hot chocolate, some like white hot chocolate, and I'm like I'll sip the white hot chocolate through it because I just don't like milk. But
Carl is asking Laura, did you send them? I am so glad that you. All right, let me go grab the box right now. Let me
go grab it. She sent some. She sent us some Tim Tams, some real Australian Tim Tams, and they're fucking great. Tony's actually gonna be able to eat it on the stream. I waited too long and then got too stoned and ate the whole fucking package. But so what do you think, Bridge? Do you think Sandor could stand up to Crispy?
I have Sandor as a top tier fighter.
Yeah.
And part of it is like I don't think he's as technically skilled as a Barristan or Dayne, but like Tone was mentioning, size is a factor, and Sandor is a big boy. I forget. I've done a calculation. I think he was bigger than Baratheon. Baratheon and Bran are definitely 6'6" in the books, and Sandor is bigger than them. It doesn't say by how much. I've got him and Strong Boy. I think I had him as like 6'8". Like he's a big boy. So I've got him as a top tier fighter. And so like for him and Kristen, I hate saying it because it's so easy to fall in love with top tier fighters when there's pros because you get to know them. Like they have talks with people. Kristen is just, there's bullet points about him because we have this third person perspective novella, right? Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, when you step back and think about it, like, yeah, he probably was for his time a top tier fighter, which puts him in as a coin flip with any other top tier fighter.
Yeah. In the conversation, he was of his era, the top. Oh my goodness.
Don't mute that. I love dogs.
Unless
it's a crazy. If that's a cat, I'd say pick on the cat.
No, he's yelling out the window at another dog that runs. Hey, would you please stop? Oh my! I know. It's. Oh, I know.
I did. Jesse. Oh, what's up, Jesse? By the way, Jesse pointed out something that none of us mentioned in that fight because I talked about how Gwaine, and I don't know if the guy has a name, the right hand man for Orman. I think of him as Bowl Cut Boy, another more alliteration for Tam Tams or Tim Tams. But Daron held his own too in there. Daron, yeah, he's cool, man.
Yeah, right. I'm interested to seeing him play a little bit of Link, and I definitely like Gwaine. I think he's an interesting character because he's probably one of the best show created entities, because I think he dies in the text if I remember correctly, but so they're kind of making stuff up with him a little bit, and I think it's working. It's good to show a Hightower that isn't inept, that's more connected to Otto. Might be a dickbag, but he was a successful dickbag at the dickbaggery he was doing. So to see another like successful, capable Hightower, John Roxton.
Is that who we're talking about for Jibs? John Roxton.
That's the dude that kidnapped fucking Corliss at the end.
All right, let me get this open so you can see I got the Australia package and stuff. That's very special to me. What do we have in this box so far?
It's gotta be Ride of the Ruin.
We're gonna open this up real quick. What we got? We got some pictures in here.
Need a solo here.
It seems like we got some photos in here. You know, I'm gonna keep these photos to myself, girl. All right. Thank you so much for them. And everything else. No, I'm not. There's no photos in there. That's just a photo. That's just a photo of me. I just threw it in there. I'm just playing. I'm playing. All right, but I do have. You did give me the Tim Tams. That was in there.
Right when you open it, you're gonna notice a very unique chocolate.
I wouldn't mind photos in that motherfucker. You know what? You know, hey, we're happy with the Tim Tam. Look at you,
Chocolate's good too. Chocolate's good too.
Yeah. That's what I tell them all the time. I tell them all the time that, Phil. That's my number one thing I say.
I know. You just texted me
that. Hey, Tim Tam, what is in this thing?
Chocolate and goodness.
All right, it's biscuits. Let's give it a shot.
It tasted graham crackery, but it's probably not a graham cracker.
I just want to say, so the nonfiction pointed out what I just finally looked up. This whole stream, I've been wondering if it's Roddy the Ruin or is he a Dustin? It's both. It's Sir Roderick Dustin or Roderick Dustin of House Dustin. He is Roddy the Ruin. This whole stream, I've been going nuts with it.
This is great.
Isn't it fucking great, dude? It's like it's not a Twix, but I don't know why I felt Twixy with it sometimes. But it's like a chocolate covered sort of like one of those chocolate covered. It's better than any of the chocolate covered cookies that we get. It's really good. It's fucking good. Delicious.
It's from Down Under.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sir.
Yeah.
It comes from the land down under. Sorry.
Dark chocolate, milk chocolate.
It comes in both.
It's just irresistible milk chocolate, and I ain't gonna lie, that shit good as hell.
Dude, the chocolate is like extra fucking good. It's like sweet, extra good.
I don't know why. I can't tell you why. I'm just telling you what it is. It's shit's good as hell.
Yeah.
It is definitely a graham crackerish crust in there. But I'm saying I don't know if it's graham cracker either, but it does taste like that. And I gotta eat another one.
Dude, I tried to eat one. I'm like, I'll have one, and then I had like half the box. I was like, fuck this shit.
It's got like this fudge inside of it.
And then you can suck fucking liquids through it. You could suck like milk through it like a straw. So like people dunk it in milk, like an Oreo thing, and like drink milk through it, warm milk.
Warm.
So if you like warm milk, that's what people. That's one of the.
No, I don't like no warm milk, but I don't like sucking. I don't like sucking.
I don't like warm milk either. I thought about doing it, and then I got hot chocolate.
It's not nougat. It's more of a fudge like center.
Yeah, like a thicker fudge center.
Yeah, it's like a fudge center. It's not nougat. The Don don't suck on nothing but titties.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. They come in different flavors too, just like today's. No, sorry.
This is good as hell. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. They're addictive as fuck too.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Tim fucking Tam. I don't understand the name. We don't need to. This is a good home. Really good. They don't sell them to the United States, huh?
I think, and Anna was telling me because Anna said she's a Tim Tam girl. She said you can buy them some places. Like I think you can get it. You can get them in I think maybe either Walmart or Target might have them or something like that.
That's good as hell.
I don't know if it's the same. I don't know if it's like Cadbury, where it's like we don't get the same Cadbury here that they get like in England and stuff like that. But so I don't know if the Tim Tams made in America are quite as good as those. But
yeah, it has to be from Arnott's. Like it has to be.
Yeah, I want the genuine Tim. I want the genuine Tim Tams.
That was really good. Yeah, that was great. Thank you so much. That was amazing, Laura. I really appreciate it. That was great.
Same here. Thank you.
You don't get offended by my picture trick. That was just me being funny. I'm funny like that. You know?
And I guess we've been pronouncing her name wrong. It's Lara.
Oh, it's Lara.
I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, Lara.
Well, she does have the hyphen on the bottom after the A, so maybe we're not familiar with that.
Yeah, we've been saying Laura. I've been saying Laura, but I think it's Lara.
Like Trump.
Lara?
What was it?
Like Trump, like Lara Trump.
Is there a Lara? I didn't even know there was one.
Yeah, there's a Lara Trump.
I just
not that I'm associating her with her, but I'm just saying that you know that's the way it's pronounced and stuff.
Yeah, Phil, you said it almost like an E. It was very close to the A that Tone said. I bet Tone's right. Lara, is that it? Lara
or Lara?
I'm betting on Tone.
Yeah, do that. You should always do that.
Yeah, I'm betting on Tone. Bet on Black.
Yeah, exactly.
Says, like Trump, Lara.
Yep. Let's see. I know.
Oh, there you go. Good call, Tone.
Thank you. Wolf's here. Thank you. He said member for 38 fucking months. Well, yeah,
that's a long ass time.
I appreciate you, bro. Who wins, Ned versus Jamie? I don't think that's a fight. I'm gonna be honest. I think this Jamie slaughters him. I mean, it's not even close. It's not close. It's not really worth it. I know what they showed in the show. It's not. Jamie Lannister is far, far way above Ned Stark when it comes to the skill with the sword. It's not. To me, that's not even worth even debating. Bridge, what do you say?
Yeah, I go back. If anyone can find it, that MTV interview that George R. Martin did had a lot of great Q&As, and one of them after the Arthur Dane Barristan was this, Ned versus Jamie. And it actually says, I didn't see the interview, but I've read it, and I vaguely remember them saying something like, George R. Martin sort of paused as if confused by the question, and then said something along the lines of, Jamie is one of the best fighters of the realm at this time, and Ned is more of a diplomat. That was his response to it. So like what you said, Tone, like it's not a fight. At least book versions, it's not a fight. Show, you're absolutely right though. Show version, you can make an argument. Ned's a top tier fighter.
They had to do that. You know what I mean? Just because of the show and what they brought Ned up to, so they had to make it look more dramatic, and then have the guard stab him in the leg so Jamie didn't finish his ass. You know what I mean?
It's also because he's Boromir. Like people have already seen him fight before, and he's actually better at choreography than the actor that plays Jamie was. So he looked better with a sword than Jamie did at that point.
He did not. That's one thing I will say. The actor Nikolai Coulter, whatever his name, he was terrible with the sword.
He was not good with the sword.
Upsetting.
He was terrible with the fucking sword. Like he should have practiced so much more. He was so terrible.
All that debate about that fight, I think, comes down to how shitty he looked with the sword. And then you get the dude that was in the Lord of the Rings movie, like with the sword, looking at him like the fucking army of Gondor with all the fucking sword moves. So like Sean Bean is better than Nicole Where's Waldo. Like he's just better with like in stunt choreography. So like, and the show wasn't as good at filming it, so they couldn't put in stunt people, and they decided to have it as a close-up fight, like we're talking about Obi-Wan. It was like an Obi-Wan Darth Vader fight where they were mainly looking at their faces and stuff like that. So, was that the only time we ever saw Jamie before the hand fight on the show? Like in a full fight?
They didn't show him when he was with. That's the only time we ever see him fight until he gets his hand chopped off.
Oh, we see him fight Brienne right before, like when he's tied up. We see a little fight with Brienne.
That's not even a fight. I mean,
Brienne doesn't count.
Brienne one hands him like I would have had.
He does it like I'm playing my little cousin in basketball.
Yeah, bro. It's just one hand like get out.
You little
He was-
whack
That's
Lannister.
terrible. That's terrible. That was-
Tyrion would have had better luck against her. And
yeah, she's one that guy. Come on, what are you fucking doing, boy? Get out of here with this bullshit.
It happened off screen. It happened off screen, but at the Battle of the Whispering Wood, when they capture Jamie,
Yeah.
it's they say in the books, like Rob talks about how he's like, Jamie saw that the battle is lost, saw me, charged at me, meaning Rob Stark, cut down like 10 of his men on the way to him. And he's like, and if they hadn't stopped him, like it's like ... or something. I think it implies that Rob's like, I was a goner, meaning Rob witnessed the brilliance that was Jamie Lannister, but it's kind of off screen.
Yeah, no, Jamie's a great fighter. The actor couldn't pull it off, you know,
Yeah, exactly.
and everything else. But he was just something else. I think we've done it as a contest, gentlemen. Name name the swordsmanship style to the sword's master. Top 10.
Sirio Pharrell with us water dancing.
Yeah, that's the only one I could think of. Like,
Oh, we saw that other guy, the guy that fought Jorah in the last fight, but he wasn't as good as Sirio. Carl Tanner of Gin Alley with
yeah, but we don't know the style. We don't know the name of that style.
Drunk Daggers, we'll call him the drunken fucking master.
A Robert Baratheon brute strength.
Yeah.
What would you call Khal Drogo? Like, we don't know the name of the style. I mean, I could just give you the top fighters. Like, I would think would win if they had the tournament. You know,
Yeah,
I think,
Luna, give us the categories if you want us to.
yeah,
Like,
I would say Robert Baratheon. I put top tier. I just think that when you deal with him, I think his weapon, physical strength, puts him above anybody that's there. I think that's the problem with Robert. I just think that Warhammer is such a vicious weapon that if he just catches you in the chest with it,
1 second, KP.
he catches you in the chest, it's over for you. Like, your ribs are collapsed. Like,
Yeah.
and if he has armor on and you catch him in the arm and he has armor, you're not gonna hurt him. But if he just catches you in the chest once, you know, or your leg or anything, because of that Warhammer straight, it's gonna break your leg, it's gonna break your arm. I think it's just a hard weapon to defeat with someone who has a lot of skill with it, like him. And that's why I give Robert the advantage over everyone. Like, Khal Drogo is probably more skilled than him, but he has no armor. And when you have no armor, you can move all you want. Eventually, you're gonna get caught by one of these top dudes.
Yeah, for sure. Welcome to the show. Oh, sorry. Welcome to the show, KP. I know you've been trying to call in. What's up, buddy? Can you hear me, KP? Okay. Sorry, KP.
So before KP then. So not to
Sorry.
burst your bubble, but I take this with a grain of salt. It's been a while, but I vaguely remember Sirio telling, I think, Arya that he's not even the best in Bravos. So it's like everyone wants to love him. Is like one of the
I would
top
love
tier
to
fighters.
I would love
I
to see
believe
the
him.
best at that. Me
Hello.
too. Hey, KP, can you hear us?
Is it working now?
I think so. Can you hear us? I don't think
Phil?
KP can hear us. I think there's something wrong with the phone line right now. KP, leave us a voicemail. Sorry, like
Yeah,
we're
do
trying. We're trying.
You know, but it's so it's someone said the 5 deadly venoms. Same thing. The 5 deadly venoms. Toad was, you know, invulnerable until you got into it to his ears and shit and all that. But and that was the end of it and everything else. But Toad was, his style was, it's 5 deadly venoms is still
What
the
is it?
greatest. The 5 deadly venoms is the greatest
I'll be right back.
kung fu flick of all time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I would say the 5 deadly venoms and the kid with the golden arm are like even better than anything Bruce Lee ever made. The 5 deadly venoms, the kid with the golden arm, I think are top 1 and 2. You could interchange them of the greatest kung fu flicks of all time, I think. But the 5 deadly venoms is just amazing. Like it's just amazing. Like it's Oberyn, I would say, is he's not there with those top guys. You know, after Robert Baratheon, then you start going down to, I would say, Sir Barristan or Sir Arthur Dayne. And then Jamie Lannister's there, and then you work your way down from there and stuff. But I think like those are the top dudes of the realm who's worked out there. And like I said, Sir Barristan and Sir Arthur Dayne, you can just pick them. It doesn't matter. There's no right or wrong answer there. I mean, that's how good Sir Barristan was. Sir Barristan was just that good.
I got a metaphor in this quote unquote joke that's coming. Apologies for how crude it is. Oberyn, I love Oberyn, and I'm biased towards spears. Like Kaladin Stormbless as part of Bridge 4 uses a spear. With that said, Oberyn might be the best with his bloody sword. If you know what I mean.
Oberyn was good. I mean, he had the weapon. Again, style makes fight. He had the weapon. He loaded the weapon with poison. You know what I mean? To beat this guy. So it's not like he thought that he could beat him straight up. He knew he needed poison and stuff to try to slow him down.
What would be interesting to see someone like
Did you get the bloody sword joke though? Did you get that? He slept around with people. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Sorry.
He got the bloody sword. Hey,
Okay.
Hey, listen, Rob, Ned Stark's brother. What did Lady Dustin say about him?
Oh yeah. She said bloody sword. He loved his bloody sword.
He loved it.
Oh, good callback.
Right. He's higher than that. Like Brandon could fight.
Yeah.
Like Brandon's up there. Yeah, you gotta put him
Benjen too, probably, right?
Huh?
Benjen might have been a good. We don't know. He was a great ranger. He probably was a pretty good fighter.
Yeah, Mance Rayder was a great fighter.
Yeah, absolutely, and Corrin Halfhand.
Yeah, Corrin Halfhand was a great fighter. Like there's so many people you'd have to put up in there and stuff like that. If Corrin Halfhand is that good with his half hand, as his offhand he's that good with. Imagine what he was with his regular hand.
I'll take Strong Belwaz in a lot of one-on-one fights.
He's a Strong Belwaz was a great fight. He's shitting on the battle.
We already say Area Hotar. He's not the guy that gets stabbed in the back by a fucking one single thing in the fucking show. That dude's a fucking sick fighter.
Yeah, no, Area Hotar is a great. Again, it's so many. It's just too many. You have to put. It's just too many.
So, as a book reader, that scene in the show where Jaime comes in and then he puts the axe up to his neck and stops it, and he looks at Jaime and says, "Would have been a fight. Would have been a good fight when you were whole."
Yeah.
As an Ariel fan, that was badass.
Mm-hmm. This milk chocolate like melts in my fingers. Like it's hard for me to hold it, slipping around and shit. Poor.
It's fucking delicious. You're making me jealous. I'm gonna have to go eat some before bed. I think I have a few left.
I'm gonna put it in my freezer.
Yeah, I was literally about to ask you that.
They're really good.
Is it is it like you could do that with whatever texture is around the chocolate? Because I put a lot of chocolate in the freezer. Love it that way.
Yeah, it's going in the freezer.
It's so funny. Literally, I was waiting for a pause to ask you as you said that.
Holy shit. KP just left us a 3-minute message. We're not going to listen to your whole message, KP, but we'll listen to part of it. Let's see how far we make it.
3 minutes.
So I was going to leave a voicemail, and I was saying that the thing that I don't like is that the show is showing it's showing the things that happen, but it's making it such that the motivations behind those things happening doesn't make fucking sense.
Okay, well, we're gonna pause on that for sure, and I think there is something to that, and that goes to what Tony was saying earlier about there being like a lack of people to root for in the show. In some ways, there's tough. It's very few characters in the main.
But isn't that the point of the story though? I think we're not supposed to root for the blacks or the greens.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're supposed to do whatever you want.
But the advertising of the show sets it up that you have to root for one side.
Yeah,
which side are you doing? Like I agree with you. The whole point of this is that both sides fucking suck. But the advertising is, are you team black or your team green? Which side you're on? Come on.
Yeah.
Like they're really playing that up. This year on HBO, we have the battle of the blacks and the greens. They're playing it up.
Yeah. Again.
Pick your side.
Technically, Rhaenyra should have sat the throne, but that's water under the bridge now. Is it worth it what she's done for the whole thing? They both are pieces of shit. They both been treated bad and everything else. It's just, I don't care. I'm not going to feel bad when this ends. I won't feel bad at all. I'm not going to be like, oh my God, I don't care. It's, let it happen already, and let's hope it looks good when it happens, and that's just the way it goes. So I have no sympathy for any of them and anything else like that, none whatsoever. I really don't care at all, and everything else. People were like, oh, the greatest woman fighters. It's only Brienne. There is no other great woman fighter that we can name or fan. Mira. I mean,
Senya.
But Senya, we had never seen her in that.
Yeah,
maybe. Yeah. I mean, she's on Dragon back. We don't know her skills.
Yeah. Well, she did well a couple times with swords. I can't remember the specific examples, but it might have just been like she defended the king at one point. Yeah. What was I say?
Ygritte with some arrows.
You know? Ygritte for sure, but then you have Black Alley, phenomenal with arrows.
Mm-hmm.
In the show, Yara Greyjoy,
and that's
actually in the books.
Like they bring out Black Alley with the arrows, and they've never set her up at all. No one knows who that woman was who shot Sir Criston Cole. No one knows who she is.
No, that's a wink to book people. Yeah, and then the show
with some like she's got football shit underneath her eyes.
And if we're going to the show, Arya is supernaturally powerful. She's got the healing ability when she jumps into the water when she gets stabbed. Like Arya is the goddess of all warriors on the show.
Then the waif, Bridge believes the waif killed Arya.
Yeah,
and then took over like what we see from the remainder of the series.
No. I just think it's disassociative personality disorder. I think Arya ended up winning the fight, but I think she was nearly killed by the waif. She almost gave in. I know it's out there.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
We just recently watched that with my mom, so I told her my theory, and eventually I was just like, just forget it. They're two different people in the show for sure, and to 99.9% of people out there, but whatever.
No, Arya could jump across a river where we seen it in an episode with a stab in the belly.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. She has supernatural powers in the show. She's the most powerful being.
It's like the Faceless Man girl who jumped on top of the fucking building. Like, how did she get, like, the Faceless Man? I don't understand. Like, you get ability to change your face. Who gives you that leaping ability? Like, that chick jumped all the way over the fucking building, bro. Like,
you get the force. You get the fucking
force. And that was like the Warlock. It was the Warlock in that fucking shit. Like, the Warlock jumped over there and then.
Oh man!
Who gave you those skills, Warlocks? Like, who knew the what? Like, he's in there with fucking Euron. He's fucking hepped up the Warlocks. And fucking Pride Pete. He got his arm. He chopped his arms and his legs off. He's just saying, Pride Pete. This is the scream. Euron's got his ass hepped up in there. He ain't jumping over no fucking building. Then I understand. I just don't get it. I do not get it and everything else. I did not get it. No, Brienne did kick the Hound's ass. Bookend. So.
No, not Book. He just got. Yeah, Book. He was like bit by Biter, and as they're walking, eventually
neck and
eventually. So in the show, in the book, she's looking for him, but they didn't cross paths.
Yeah, not
he
yet.
did. I mean, she in the books and the show alike, I think it was like 113 people, maybe, like that melee that she won, that Loras came in second. Like, to win a melee of over 100 people is crazy. So yeah, she's got to be the number one, right?
No, I mean, look, the Hound says in the shit, the big bitch beat my
ass. I just watched that episode. What's his name? Who's the guy? Ian McShane or whatever. He goes, he must have been like a tough man or whatever. And he goes, the man was a woman.
Like, that big bitch beat my ass. Yeah. He beat the hell out of him and everything else and all that good stuff. People say, but still such a bad idea to have Arya kill the Night King. I think it's not the idea, it's the execution. Like, and that's what I said when it came out. Like, Arya could kill the Night King, that's fine. But the execution is, number one, you have to have Jon Snow fight the Night King. Night King never drew his sword off his back. He had this big ass sword in his back. He never got a chance to draw it. You have the guy who played Sir Arthur Dayne playing the Night King at that time. So why would you have a guy who could dual wield swords and is a sword fighter and not show it? They should have showed him fighting Jon Snow, kicking Jon Snow's ass, and then Arya comes for the save in the back, and then he turns around and grabs her, and then she stabs him, and that's it. You know what I mean?
And it was Theon.
that does it. You know what I mean? It works that way. But you got to have him fight Jon Snow. You can't not have them fight. It just
I
does
needed
not.
Jon Snow to scream at a dragon and have Theon charge the Night King like in a suicide mission, like I'd run at it. That's much
Jon
better.
Snow's, he just
What I
screams.
do love though, what I do love about it's the callback to the very first thing Arya does when she meets up with Serial for the first time is he throws her a sword and she drops it and he goes, "Tomorrow you will catch it." So that was a nice callback to like that helped her win that fight or whatever. So that was cool.
Yeah. But they shouldn't have showed her do that to Brienne. Like she did that move to Brienne.
Yeah.
Right? So they telegraphed it already that she had that move in the bag and stuff like that. And it's funny because when she does it, you see the Night King looking down like he's follows. He's like, oh. He looks right down it. She can't. Like he looks right down at that.
Right in slow motion. He's like, oh.
But if it's really the White Walkers, like if you want to be technical, they're supposed to be so cold that if he grabs her, her neck should have been frozen off right then.
Yeah.
Like her neck should have froze right off as soon as
You're missing that she has superpowers, Tony.
Yeah.
She can get stabbed in the gut
he
and
grabbed the fucking sword, and the sword instantly shattered. Instantly, when he grabbed, it didn't take 3 seconds. As soon as he grabbed her neck should have shattered.
Yeah.
And everything
That's
else.
He has superpowers. She's a faceless man.
Arya's a Targaryen?
Yep. That too. She's everything. She's everything and everything all at once. She's also Nymeria's soul. So she could do it all.
What is this? It said, Carla, are you having Kenny from Withdrawal? Who cares about Kenny?
Kenny.
No one cares about Kenny. God damn it. From Withdrawals. I'll do a From live stream very soon. I have a From video coming out. I haven't dropped videos because I'm testing new methods. Every time I stop making videos and y'all may say, "Oh, what are you talking?" It's because I'm testing new ways to display the video, and I'm trying out different methods and just the standard stuff that I do. Even though I could just rely on that and do that, I always try to upgrade stuff. So I've been testing new methods, and I think it just about got it. And I don't want to just do it and only be able to do it once. So I have to do it enough times that I can repeat this same thing for every video. And I think I just about got it. So I'll be dropping a From video soon and everything else and all that and everything. I'm just trying to go through new programs and stuff and do something different and everything else and all that.
I know everyone's going to hate this, but I just want to throw something else out that we were talking about earlier. The women, I think, at least because in the show, it's kind of ridiculous. But in the books, I think Obara Sand is painted as a real badass warrior. One of our
I mean, all the Sand Snakes all are painted that they're badass warriors, but they fucked them all up on the show, so you don't see that. You just see the bad pussy. And
Misa got a bad pussy. Misa Jaja Binks.
You know what I mean? But all of them, the one that's in there, the one that's with Marwyn the maid, she's supposed to be a badass too. Right? She's there at the Citadel. She's supposed to that's the black one that they have, and the only black one. The dark skin one, the black girl, she's over there with Marwyn the maids and everything else. The other one that's in there that's with Thagon. She's supposed to be she's the diplomat of them. She's the good looking one. That's with him and stuff. She's not supposed to be the fighter. I mean, but the other ones who are fighters, I mean, what they do, have Euron just push her up on the spear and hoist her up in the air and shit. And everything else.
I mean, she has is that the one with the stupid whip? You're bringing a whip to that fight.
Yeah, the whip ain't working. Only if you're fucking Indiana Jones, man. That whip
even
works.
Indy, like you said, Indy would pull out the gun at that point. That actress is actually the only good thing about which is funny. She's on Iron Fist, which everything sucks about Iron Fist, but she's actually the only good character on Iron Fist. She's pretty good in the action scene. She walks around with a katana and she kicks people's ass. She's actually the only good character on that show.
And that's the way it goes. All right, let me roll. I gotta get to bed. It's 12 o'clock.
Me too.
So, Bridge, thanks for rolling through, man. You know, I really appreciate it. I would thank Phil too for rolling through, but he always does. So he always does. So it's not the same type of thing. You know, I know you're not around a lot and stuff like that. I do thank Phil for coming up. Of course I do. I love him having him and stuff here, but it's kind of expected. He doesn't show up and get upset. He's got to bail me out and stuff. I expected to do it. It's
an honor as always, man.
No, it's great to have you here. Hopefully we'll be back with the usual suspects. We're not done. You know, we'll maybe get it done every week and stuff like that. We
still need to do a review of The Usual Suspects as The Usual Suspects. Like that has to happen at some point.
We should do that. We should definitely.
Or a
do that.
live watch if we could do like a live watch of the movie or something.
Yeah. Let's do ones that make Bridge cry, and we'll watch it live together.
Hey, I'm as bad as Bridge. You'll be sitting there with two blubbering assholes.
We'll watch that. Whatever was that American Tail together, all of us.
Oh, dude.
Oh.
Oh, we could try to watch a movie. You guys can request movies that we can watch and try to make Tony cry.
Yeah, you could do it. The only thing that made me cry is The Color Purple.
You win a thug mug if you make Tony cry.
Yeah, you give me a movie that makes me cry, and I won't hold it back. If it happens, it happens. But but the only thing it's just The Color Purple. It just always gets me. Always gets me. Yeah. Again, let me thank Laura again for these damn Tim Tams. These are amazing. These are fucking
Dude, I
amazing.
told you, they're fucking delicious.
And the first thing ever I received from Australia. So that's special in itself. Thank you for thinking about me enough to do that. Thank you for all y'all coming out here and everything else. We'll be back hopefully next week after the episode ends and everything else. And we'll keep it rocking for you and everything like that. We got to set the ending up real quick. And if you like the way I do this, please thumbs up this, spread this across the realm, and of course subscribe. And until next time, you know who it is. Peace and stay sexy. Sorry, that was the wrong one.
That worked too, though.
That's the wrong one.
That's the more real one.
That's terrible. All right. All right. Let's get the right one in there. Like that. That was great though. That was great. Oh, she
looked like a fighter.
Yeah, she should win an Oscar for that shit. Right.
That's real.
All right, let's go. Let me put the real one up in there.
So, like, if Acosta had to create her perfect man, like an avatar, this